Anderson, but let's not forget that I both vaporized a person and brought someone back from the dead.
That's true.
I feel
I
like
mean, it wasn't the only thing that happened. I'm just saying. I intentionally drove a cart off a cliff.
Can I quote one of your favorite movies, Willow? And I create life, and I destroy it.
That is not one of my favorite movies. It's one of yours based on how much you quote it.
It's so silly. It's such a silly movie.
I got blown up and murdered 2 people.
Kenneth did get almost blasted off a cliffside. Good times.
I existed heavily.
I just basically create all the distractions, so.
You handed me a horse that I don't have control.
I mean, that's fair, but I think the biggest thing I did was serpentine down a mountain.
Don't forget the MVP, Mango.
That is true.
I just started the recording, and we are set to go live. Let's put some music on.
Oh, yeah.
To this jam. All right.
Rob's in the Twitch chat.
Oh, really? How do you know? I can't even see anybody in the Twitch chat.
He hasn't talked. I just see him in the active users.
Interesting.
I got that nod view.
Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is the Nobles, episode 27. Saga 1 of their campaign. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons tonight, and Dungeons & Dragons is a role-playing game. Everything you're going to see tonight is live storytelling, and the rules are made up, and the points don't matter. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding.
Your money, it's not real. None of it matters. And we're all gonna die. Have a great evening.
There are rules that kind of govern how the system works as to how we roll and like some of the actions we can take, but the large part of the story can play out in any way that we see fit. So yeah. Jumping in from there, if you're under the age of 14 and you're watching this, please consult your parents because you're going to see inappropriate content for you. And finally, if you are unfamiliar with our setting, it is the world of Ilderon, which is a homebrew campaign setting of our own creation that is big, gigantic, and a lot of fun. And you can Google search it and you can read lots about the setting. We got a Wikipedia page and we got other shenanigans. Moving on from there, I'll be controlling Stradora tonight, and with that, let's jump into the recap. Nothing really important happened last session, so I guess we'll just get started. I'm kidding. The last session starts on the early morning of the 34th of Noble. The party was informed the night before that they only had a few hours to go out and look for a... I hear somebody eating a bag of potato chips or something. You are crinkly. If you could just go... You can eat, no problems. Just go to push to talk until we finish the recap. And then you can, jump back on the microphone. As somebody who ASMR streams crinkly potato chips into my microphone all the time, I feel the struggle. But anyways, last session started on the 34th of Noble. I told you, I feel the struggle. Last session started on the 34th of Noble, and the party was after a thief in town who had stolen 2 very valuable items from a very wealthy and valuable patron a couple cities over in a adjacent region. The party had reason to believe the thief was in town, and they were in a semi-babysitting mission with Stradora's grandfather on finding the thief. Attempting to find the thief before Vake could, and try and outdo the blue contractor working on the case. That said, Anderson also was led to believe the thief had stole a item that was of some historical significance to the soul of Calfear Calgarin. However, whatever it was, eluded the perceptions of the eternal soul tied to Anderson's body, which that's a whole nother discussion for a different time. So watch the last episodes. Then moving forward from there, the party went looking for the thief, interviewed a couple people in town, and saw that there was kind of a coordination of local thieves in the area of different things that had been stolen, and there was belief that they were moving them to a different region to be sold. As the party was collecting information on this, they met up with their contact, the blue contractor, and Talia's contact, who was a Risen member who might have witnessed a corrupt Risen member making a manifest for these thieves so that they'd be able to properly sell off their stolen contraband. Well, I think it's just contraband in general. From there, with a little bit of a hint and direction, the party went tracking down the thieves to the cliff sides on the south side of town. As they approached a group to do their investigations, the group whipped their wagons into a flurry of motion and rushed away from the market center. And the blue contractor, Vake and Anderson, took off after them. After a little bit of time, the party was able to acquire horses and were hot on their trails. That all culminated in a fight racing down dangerous cliff sides, with 6 wagons trying to run away from the party, and the party in hot pursuit. A Arcanist on top of the wagons, launching spells and blasts and explosions up the cliffside, destroying pathways, forcing people off horses, knocking people down, trying to knock people out, and probably using deadly force, not caring if she killed people. After a lot of chasing and fighting and stopping these carriages one by one, hopping carriage to carriage, Vake was able to save the day and get the Arcanist down, with, of course, no help at all from the party. I am kidding. The party and everybody working together were able to stop the carriages and find the thief inside. Actually, randomly, the very last carriage, I rolled d6s on what was in what carriage, of like what carriage had what artifact, and who was riding in what carriage, and it just so happened that Zav was in the very last one. All of that said, the party was able to recover the artifact in the scuffle. The Arcanist sick actually died. She got blasted with a lightning bolt for like 60 points of damage. And when she was rolling death saving throws, one of the thugs came up and tried to kill her. But unfortunately, unfortunately, Lumilia was able to revive her using a diamond Lumilia had. That said, after rounding up everybody who remained behind, arresting them, recovering the assets, sorting through what's what, bringing it back to town, giving things over to the Risen, returning what they can and auctioning off what they couldn't, the party being compensated, all of this, all of like the auctioning and stuff, that would be kind of a what's the term I'm looking for? Somebody would kind of like assess the value of all of this and pay the party accordingly.
Appraiser.
Yeah, there we go, an appraisal. And Sick was able to keep the artifacts to return to her liaison, or not liaison, her patron. So let's pick up on the 34th. We are going to be moving into the afternoon. The noonday afternoon, as you guys finish up with this and you're rushing through the paperwork of everybody leaving the appraisal office, and we'll place this in a section of town. I know you are smart enough, Brandon, to have made a thing for Marbleport, and I'll make one for Sky's Reach later. Let's see. We got Appleknot, Cleargate, Eastgate, and Murky Lane, and the docks. I think I'll just place it in Ivy Way. After leaving the appraisal office in Ivy Way and everybody, rushing to make sure they catch their magical taxi, which is the Arcanist waiting at Stradora's house to teleport you all. You guys are going to step outside, and Sick is going to stop the party, and she is going to walk up to Lamilia and say, "Oh, okay, I was just able to get this from their vaults. I really aren't words to thank you," but she presents Lumilia with a diamond. It is a very large affair, and I'm going to roll you a percentage check. $94. She hands you the contract. This diamond is appraised at 3,400 gold. It is uncut in your hand, but it is authentic. And if you sign your name on the contract, you are its official owner.
I'll sign.
With that, Sick is going to nod, heading back inside to finish the paperwork of her investigation. You can add a diamond worth 3,400 gold to your inventory. That said, you guys are all on the streets of Marbleport. I'm assuming I know what you want to do, but I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you want to do?
How much, question for the DM, how much time do we have left before we gotta rush back to Stradora's house?
I am going to say no time at all. And as far as no time, I will say you are late regardless, but the lateness is going to be a percentage of an hour, and I'll roll it on a set of dice. Okay. So I'll roll it on a set of percentage dice. So we've got 68% of an hour, so it's going to be about 35 minutes. Looking up at the sun, remembering when you left, like, wait, weren't we supposed to be there like a couple minutes ago?
Okay. All right. That answers, that speaks for Kenneth's vote of we should probably get back. Anyone disagree?
Nah, let's go. I'm tired.
All right. Rushing back to Stradora's house, the Drake Calendier manor. Oh, and it's over there. Here we go. Rushing back to Stradora's house, the Drake Calendier manor on Murky Lane. You guys are going to burst through the door in a flurry of motion, and needed to check one thing. Okay. You guys are going to burst through the door, and I guess I can roll what's the likelihood they would wait for you. Okay, so you guys are going to burst through the door in a flurry of motion. Sitting in the foyer of the room, you guys are going to see Director Kinyara Drake Calendier. She's...
Director?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I confused her with a different character. Never mind.
All good. She's going to look up at the party. Along with her is her entourage of attendants. As everybody steps into the room, she's going to probably look just a little bit surprised. And, well, we don't
You
need
know,
that.
actually, no, I think I was the only one that ever got bloody in the fight. Or am I wrong on that?
Oh no, you're not. But I think heels were passed out. So.
Heels were passed out, but like,
Well,
we're beaten and bruised right now.
oh yeah, no, I am burned, singed, grass stains, dirt stains.
Yeah.
Same with
There's stains, I
Sergey.
think there's like a big splinter somewhere.
Like me
Yeah.
and Garrick are we look bad. Not Garrick,
Yeah,
no, Sergey, damn it.
I'm pretty sure I look the worst of all.
We're just
Yeah,
dusty.
and-
That's
Yeah,
the
that's normal.
Yeah, and you know, healing can definitely heal up the wounds and you know, the bleeding and all of that, but it doesn't remove the grime. You know,
Although I do
stubble.
have mending if your clothes are torn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining either clothes were torn or something was dented. Claw was literally ran over by a carriage. I don't mean that like metaphorically, but like
He was actually ran over. That happened.
Yeah, literally a train hit him. So
I mean, I don't know how I'd look jumping between. I think I got shot at a lightning bolt at some point.
yeah, you did, hanging off the side of the carriage. I remember that. But anyways, Kenyara is going to look up. Mouth just open, like slightly aghast, and say, "I thought your father said you were chasing a thief who cons rich merchants. How did all of this happen?"
They hired a caravan of thieves. We took care
They
of
had,
it.
yeah.
She's
All is well.
going to nod, standing up, and say, "Well, in any case, I gave you as a extra amount of time because I needed to have a conversation with you all and didn't want to leave simply as quick as we anticipated. As I promised, my Arcanist's services are for use, but simply give me 1 second alone with the princess." Stradora starts stepping forward and
Lamelia's
okay.
going to raise her hand. Would you accept the animal familiar that can't speak English to go along with her for safety reasons? People have attempted to abduct her before. It's just protocol.
roll me a persuasion check. She's going to shake her head and say, no, I'm afraid this is of a private concern. As,
Doesn't speak English.
yeah, and she's, going to say, well, she's not stupid. She knows how magic works. But,
We're stupid. We don't know how to use it.
I'm
fair.
stupid and I know some magic.
We're Dorian.
But Kenyara
Fine.
is going to gesture for oh my gosh, Asuandria. Her name slipped my mind. Gesture for Asuandria to step towards the stairwell. Asuandria is going to gulp. At which case, her and Kenyara are going to walk upstairs.
Claw is going to... Is the couch relatively close to the stairs? Because Claw's going to non-magically pull a Drake calendar. And... Oh, sorry, a Drake. And basically just listen in on the conversation. Just looking like he's taking a nap on the couch. While they're
They're
waiting.
not talking up the stairs. Claw, you do hear, them walk up the stairs, and then you hear a door shut. You do remember last night you were in Kenyara's office. It is on the 2nd floor. That said, you're not going to be able to hear them from downstairs. That's not to say you can't listen in, but you can't listen in from, like, You know, the most you're gonna get is
Right, fair enough.
And then especially if they're like behind a closed door upstairs and they're talking low with one another, it's a different stance. Stradora is going to move to follow, and as she does, Roman's going to walk in the room and say, Stradora, your grandmother wanted to see you. As soon as you got home, Stradora's going to say, wait, this is important. And Roman's going to say, you're only going to see her for a minute. Come on. At which point, Stradora is going to grumble and walk out of the room to meet her grandmother, or to talk with her grandmother. All right. All of that said, what does the party want to do while this is happening?
Rest.
We should all go get cleaned up.
What
Claw's
room did they go
going
to?
The office. That's not a
Okay,
secret. You guys hear the door shut.
All right. Wasn't sure if they went.
Claw's gonna try and get close enough that he's not, like, directly nearby the door, but in a way that he can still try to listen in on the conversation.
Okay. It's going to be an active perception check. As you know, you're trying to actively listen into a conversation that's being obscured.
Mm-hmm. All right. Come on, Claw, you're good with these. That's my passive.
All right. I mean, that's fantastic. I need to set some parameters and roll one thing real quick.
If you know what, because I'm not going to be able to do this, I am going to use my inspiration for impose disadvantage if they are trying to be, if Kinyala is trying to be stealthy about it.
No. Just give me 1 second. I'm thinking of, there's 3 checks I need to make on what's happening in here. And it's a percentage check.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Claw goes upstairs and tries to listen in the door. Everybody else is going to be cleaning up. The Arcanist is going to be talking in the foyer with anybody who is waiting behind. And I will fast forward through some of this. So, does anybody want to do anything else before I move forward?
I want to go find Talia.
Oh yeah, she would be back here. She was the one character I didn't place. Oh. Well, Lumilia didn't get beat up at all. I don't think anyone hurt Lumilia.
No, Lumilia hurt people. No one ever hurts Lumilia. The 3 times I've nearly died don't count.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be able to find Talia in Talia in her room. She is at this point just chilling out, living in the lap of luxury.
Yay. I'm gonna snuggle with her.
Okay.
And not mention I killed someone.
Yeah, she'll. Oh wow, you guys got that in common. So yeah, she'll just look a little bit surprised as you step into the room. Notice it's you. Welcome you to the bed.
Hey.
Lay back down. There's probably a bowl of fruit here next to the bed.
Hey, look, guys, this is
Pop a
what
grape in your
mutual love
mouth.
and support looks like.
That said, Claw.
Mm-hmm.
As you are listening on the other side of the door, you are going to hear. Do you want me to do you want me to tell you the gist of the conversation, or do you want me to play out the conversation? Because you are going to hear all of it, even though you're not witnessing it.
I'll listen. For sake of time, I'll go with the gist of it.
All right. So apparently, Kenyara and Roman have been talking to one another, and they are aware that Stradora is now wearing a oath blade, presumably from the Ardorian princess that she is always traveling around with. The same one that cannot produce a writ of lineage to verify who she is, who wears a necklace to stop anybody from divining in or sensing anything about her, and is always covered in illusion magic. Before Andrea has any opportunity to respond to this, Kenyara cuts her off and lets her know that she's confident in her daughter's decisions and choices, and that she doesn't care that they're dating or anything of that nature. But if there are any false pretenses upon which that she's led Stradora onto, or there is something far more nefarious going on here, Kenyara will not hesitate to be called or to move into action. And with that, she's going to open the door, or rather you hear her moving towards the door. And if you are outside the door, she is going to be aware you are listening.
Claw's gonna quietly walk away downstairs, basically kind of finding a nice spot to just kind of sit down, basically. Because he does look like he knows exactly on how he looks like, and he's gonna use that to his advantage and just kind of sit there in a place that's quiet. As he hears Kenyara moving towards the door.
Okay. All right. After that, a few moments later, Kenyara is back downstairs in the foyer, and she's going to look around and see and say, "Where's everybody? We've got no time to waste." As she sends one of her attendants to gather up everybody from the household. I will give everybody...
Let me rest!
Yeah, I'll give everybody about 15 minutes of you just have time to, maybe quickly take a washcloth over yourself, or, change clothes, change armor, etc., etc. That said, everybody is gathered back up. Worth noting, let me look at one thing. Worth noting, Stradora is going to have a small sack with her, and she is going to be looking a little bit red with embarrassment. Actually, I'm going to roll a percentage die. 1 through 60, Ina bought her a bag of holding, and 61 through 100, she did not. 48, it is a bag of holding, so it is just a large bag. At which point, Strador rejoins the party, and a few moments later, so does also Andrea. After everybody has rallied, Talia and Lumilia are summoned downstairs. If everybody is ready, then they are, or if everybody is ready, the Arcanist draws the sigil to the university. And you guys are able to jump through the teleportation circle. I'm sorry, I just needed to add something to Stradora's sheet. She draws the sigil to the teleportation circle to the university. After a few seconds and an incantation, the portal opens up on the floor. Everybody is able to step into it. And I'm going to assume everybody does step into it, upon which you all emerge on the other side, inside of, and I'll get a page for Sky's Reach as soon as I have free time during this session. Let's see, where is the circle? The circle is in the Windar Ward. You guys are going to end up in the Bailson Sanctum of the university. Stepping out of the portal, you guys are in a huge auditorium. It looks like you're on the stage of an amphitheater. There are several armed guards standing around this teleportation circle. The teleportation circle is actually twice the size of any teleportation circle you've ever seen. It's about 20 feet in radius.
Isn't this a little excessive?
Or 20 feet in diameter, I'm sorry. All over the room, you can see there are different people moving on different floors of this open amphitheater. And there would be kind of like walkways and rows on the top half that lead into the library and the vault. Different people carting books in and out of there. Other people standing in line waiting to use the services of some of the arcanists inside of the university here. You guys are again ushered off of the teleportation circle, and not even a few moments after you guys move forward and start stepping down the stairs, the circle lights back up as somebody else teleports into this place, and again, they're ushered back in. That said, welcome to the university. Once you guys step off the stage, a couple people are going to recognize Kenyara, at which point she'll nod, wave, cordial greetings, kiss on the head to Stradora, goodbye, eyes towards Asuandria, and joins hands with her attendants, and our attendant is going to cast teleportation and return her to the front lines as Kenyara and her attendants are out. That said, you guys are in the university, and I will roll a percentage die. It's going to be a 20% chance that Talia has screwed over somebody at the university. She normally does not get as far west as Sky's Reach. So 1 through 20, yes, and 21 and above, no. 51%, she's going to say, what a lovely feeling being in a fresh and new city.
I love that we have to roll that every time.
Are we still in teleportation circle, Brandon, or have we moved to the side away from it?
You've moved off of it, walking down the staircase. The staircase is about 15 feet wide, so you guys can stand on it and talk, and people can just kind of walk around you.
Okay.
Hey, where do you want to start, Asuandria?
Asuandria, looking at this place, is going to say, well, I guess since Dila invited me, my enrollment hinges on her. She'll try and stop somebody walking by and say, excuse me, where's Dila Winrona? That person will roll a history check. He'll shrug and say, her tower is in the western side of the university, not far from the Bailson Sanctum. You'll see it. It's the Hero's Tower. Normally in her office up there. Asuandria will nod and say, all right. I'll find Dila and discuss my enrollment. Perhaps you all can find Eshes and discuss the next part of these trials. I mean, Mon, as she corrects herself.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll look at the party and say, does anybody remember what Mon part of?
We give you a shrug.
Considering...
I figure he'll probably find us.
You guys said
Considering
he was
I-
in Dila's entourage, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he could have been from some random section of the university. We don't know anything about what he was a part of.
True.
Let's just go out, find someone that looks official, and see if they know about Mon, and describe them.
Do you think he can be prayed to?
I mean,
worth a
he's a
shot.
trickster god.
Not me. That's...
He's a trickster god. He will be where we least expect him, or he's probably right in front of us, but looking like someone else, just kind of laughing as we think about how to find him.
Or right behind us.
Or that.
Leia's gonna turn around quickly and look at people behind her.
Look for the guy who's laughing hysterically at us.
Lumilia, you turn around and you're looking for who's behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
Oh no.
Sure. Almost as scary as the bridge itself. Mon, you recognize somebody on the side of the Bailson Sanctum, that looks surprisingly close to Mon. He is.
Hey, Mon!
You just yell that?
Yep.
Looking up from his conversation, he's gonna put his hands over his eyes and then raise a hand and wave towards you. He goes back towards his conversation. I would like you to know, I was just like, well, he wanders around this university. What business would he have in the Bailson Sanctum? The higher the chance, the more it's in their favor. 94%. So, yeah, there you go.
The odds are. Alright, well, what do you know? There he is.
Found him.
Okay. Good job.
Oh, wait, was he really there?
I mean, he responded and waved, so I assume that's him.
We just go?
Yeah, Asumandra is going to say, well, I can make a quick detour. As she walks with you. Towards Mon. Mon is standing there having a conversation. He's going to tell the... Oh, hold on. I actually have to pull this up for my notes. Here it is. Alright. Mon is going to, nod to the person he's talking with. The man is going to walk off, and before he does, Mon says, "Oh, and by the way, send Professor Seller my regards." He nods, and Mon is going to turn to the group of you and say, I didn't expect you at the university so soon.
We didn't expect to actually find you at the door.
It's very interesting you found your way here. Anyways, I'm very busy right now. International crisis and all.
We're only, moderately cleaned up, right? We still have,
Yeah. Andrea is going to speak up and say, you remember in Ardor, you said you could help me learn to, better manage my condition if I pass your trials. We've passed 2 of your 3 tests. I was hoping to get the 3rd one so we could get started on it. Mon is going to pinch his eyebrows and say, yes, the 3rd one. Well, you see, I really don't have time right now to come up with a test of wit. That said, you come up with something you think will serve as a suitable trial of wit and present it to me. Should you pass, congratulations. He is going to hold up a hand goodbye and start walking away.
I'm gonna lean down to Andrea, like, should I punch him?
Andrea's gonna say, wait, like, I'm supposed to come up with the trial?
That's probably the trial.
Going to nod and continue walking. Wait, how do I test my own wit?
That's probably the trial.
Yeah.
Well, what if I do something easy that I'm assured to pass in?
I don't know. Would you think that would let you pass?
Damn it! She
Trickster.
swears.
Look, Aussie. Look, Aussie. Trickster God.
This is just what they do.
Huh.
Let's get you to meet. Let's even get you like appointment to meet with Dila Winrona, and I don't know. We can go from there.
She's going to nod and start walking with the party. The party, you guys are all able to begin exiting the Bailson Sanctum. As you are walking to the exit, Talia is going to speak up and propose an idea and say, I think a true test of wit is if you can trick someone into doing what you want them to do.
So what you're saying is we should trick him into giving us a trial. Wait.
No.
I mean, he's a trickster. Maybe he'd appreciate us tricking him somehow.
Andrew will speak up and say, but if I make the trial to trick him to give me a trial and I can't get him to give me a trial, then I fail.
We could trick him into doing something else.
See, Millie has a point. A trial of which to be able to use your own mind. So what he's basically asking you to do is to create something from nothing, which is one of the most difficult things anyone can achieve.
What?
Sorry. This is what happens when you're raised by 2 people who are all wisdom, but no way of communicating it to anybody besides who they're related to. Basically, what he's asking you to do is to come up, basically, to summarize it, we need to make something that does not exist.
She's, Andrew is gonna nod thinking on this and say, I don't know, it's just really frustrating. It feels like we're cleaning up his messes. I mean, we sort out the whole situation in Dockensdale for him, and now he can't even come up with a suitable second trial, or third trial.
Maybe we could trick him into doing something for us. We keep doing all these things for him.
She's going to nod and say, I just don't know how, though.
Maybe the trial could be to understand what you are lacking. Because how are you to be able to help yourself if you don't know what you need help with? What is it that you're missing? What is it that you would gain from this?
So it's like a self-assessment.
Sure.
Could be.
Yeah, the
Ponders
test
for
of
a
wit
moment.
is fine. The test of wit. No, the trial of wit is creating a trial of wit. I mean, it makes sense, and once again, trust your God.
Maybe you could ask Dila for advice.
That's a chance too.
She's going to nod and say, "Oh, I bet she would jump at the moment to realize there's one of the Meandeth within the ranks of her students."
Well, you don't have to mention that.
We can
You
also
could just
not
say
only
that you were given a trial, or well, that you were challenged to come up with a trial of wit.
we can also pick the brain of a lot of people here in the university.
Yeah,
This
there's
is-
lots of professors.
Lots of professors, students from all over. They can give you some idea.
Talia is going to say, "Look, I'm going to give you some advice. Keep it simple. I'll show you one of the easiest ways. Just make it on the acquisition of an item. And I can show you a way you can get anything off anybody you want, rather legally."
I'd like to learn that.
Oswandria tilts
Oh.
her head.
I'll motion to Talia. See, there's one person here who can show you one way as well. Tries to ignore the legality.
Talia's going to look at Anderson and say, "You're a pretty good fighter, aren't you, Anderson?"
Sure.
Well, how about then we wager that shirt of yours? If you beat me, I'll pay you 20 gold. If I beat you, then I get that shirt.
I know you're tricking me, but fuck it, why not?
Claw is going to just...
She's going to
Can
nod.
we move to a different location that's away from here and so you don't interrupt people?
Oh, true. We're right in
You
front of
guys,
the teleportation spot.
no, you guys are walking and having this conversation.
Okay.
Talia is going to say, "I challenge you to name the last 25 queens of Artersera, or the last 25 queens of Lonagai."
That
Oh, it seems you can't beat me. Your shirt, please.
wait.
A wonderful test of wit.
Actually,
why?
can Anderson make a history check? Because I don't know personally.
Go for it.
Sure.
Plot twist.
Anderson, you start rambling off queens. You get, I'll roll you a d4.
Max of 4, right?
You get 2 out of the 25 you are challenged to name. Talia is going to hold out her hand for your shirt.
I tear off what's left of my shirt and hand the scraps over. Remember, I wasn't like the shirt's been like messed the hell up.
She's going to take and hand it, offer it towards Lumilia and say, "My dear, would you like a trophy?" At which point she's going to hand it back to Anderson and say, "It's as simple as that."
I mean, it's already like it's literally tatters. I don't need it.
Yeah. Also, Andrea is going to nod and say, "I think I should have been taking notes on that."
Aww.
If nobody comes up with any other ideas, though, I'm just gonna say you guys keep speaking until you get to the Windar Ward, just trading banter. Or not the Windar Ward, you're in the Windar Ward. And to the Heroes Tower in the Windar Ward. Stepping around the Sanctum and just seeing the full skyline of the city, You can
Why not
see.
get shirtless?
You know what? You are shirtless, but the wild thing is, in Ilderon and especially Sky's Reach proper, it's not the craziest thing. There are people wearing robes and other outfits, but they don't cover very much, as, you know, like Ilderon's right on the equator. They don't cover very much and are sometimes, you know, wearing about as much as you, although they're the different ribbons and I forget the term for the accessory I'm thinking about. But the different ribbons and ties of cloth are much more fashionable and not as tattered for Anderson.
Basically,
as
us
Anderson.
in damaged and torn clothes is the height of fashion.
Except their clothes aren't torn. Oh,
Yeah.
so this is what she meant. Okay.
Unless someone sees us and goes, "Yes, that's the new fashion trend."
I was like, oh my god, are these like, how did you get these tears like this? I was in the middle of a fight.
You know what? I'll roll a percentage dice. The higher it is, the better it is in your favor. And yeah, 2 younger students are going to walk by and they're going to stop as you guys are like looking out over the rest of the city, which I will describe for you in a second. But they're just going to step in front of your view and it's like, oh, I love how worn your clothes look. What merchant did you get these from?
They're homemade.
That could be a perfect time to plug your business.
They
Say like, hi, I'm Anderson.
they walk away, whispering to each other. But they seemed interested. That said, you guys are going to see the rest of the city proper. Well, not the city proper. The skyline of Sky's Reach. Every part of the city is built onto itself and is vying for your attention or to touch the sky. You can see the central of the town is built on a whole tier above the rest of the town and is littered and dotted with towers stretching in the distance. Going around the city wall of Sky's Reach, you can see the university is actually the campus of the university connects to a building that is along the city wall of Sky's Reach. On the far western side of the campus, where you guys are at, you can see the Heroes Tower, which is a tower that stands by itself. Stretching over the rest of the university and reaching up to about the height of the central tier of the city, the base height, not the tippy top height. And that, you guys were told, is the Heroes Tower. I need to roll a die for how many lights are on in it. You can see there are windows all up and down this thing, and there are various people moving throughout all of the floors. And standing outside of the Heroes Tower, you are going to see more of those armed guards with the different wards and glowing runes on their armor. That said, they don't seem to be prohibiting people from going in and out of this place. They are watching carefully the people walking in and out, but this area of the campus gets significantly less use than the rest of the area, whereas like maybe 2, 3, 4 dozen people at any given time were going in and out of the Baelson Sanctum. You know, in the time you guys were walking over here and looking at it, you know, maybe only 1 or 2 people came in and out of the tower. As you guys walk up to the base of the tower, again, the guards don't prohibit your entrance. However, they do take a moment to look you over, and they're going to put a hand up and say, halt. They gesture towards they gesture towards Andrea and say, "Who are you?" Andrea is going to look at the party, and then she'll say, I'm Andrea, shoot, what was my last name? She whispers.
Bertolf.
No, her last.
Bertolf.
Oh, the fake one.
No, the fake name is Rayleigh. Because we agreed that she would pretend to be my sister.
Shoot.
That was it, but she's going to say Bertolf out loud, and they're going to chuckle for a second, and they'll roll history checks. A 20 and a 19, and they're going to say the princess of Ardor Sarai. Who are you really? You're gonna have to drop your illusion if you want to enter the tower.
How do we explain? She's not lying. It's.
Go ahead.
No, I'm thinking, like, in character, I'm also thinking what I'm saying. Anderson's tired. It's complicated.
Well, I can send a sending to the scribes inside of the. I can send a sending to the scribes inside of the. Where is the office at? Oh yeah. The office would also be in the Windar ward. He's gonna say I can send a sending to the offices, or to the office inside the Windar ward. They keep a log of everybody entering and exiting the university. Unless you came here through the teleportation sigil and you haven't registered yet, they should have.
That as well. We literally got here. How long has it been? Like 20 minutes?
He's going to say, all right, well, I can escort you there then. But again, to enter the Hero's Tower, we keep our headmistress safe. You're gonna have to drop your illusion.
Is there any way a message could be sent to the headmistress to let her know that she is here?
Didn't I meet you?
I mean, like, she was.
Yes, you did.
She was asked to be here, like, personally by her.
I could just send a sending to Dila.
There's probably something.
You could. He's going to respond and say, well, she's currently not even at the university, but she does allow students to talk with the staff and the others that reside in her tower.
Does she do that often? Invite people and then just disappear?
He's going to nod and say, unfortunately, world-threatening situations demand our headmistress's attention.
Right.
Also, Asti could just, close her eyes.
He's
I'm gonna try and say that quietly. Not so that he can't hear me, just like to the party.
He's going to. Oh. Do you guys send a sending to Dila?
Do you guys want me to?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't care.
You
Also,
have the
Andrea?
spell slot. I don't think it's fine.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
She's going to nod and say, shoot, I really need to learn that spell.
And what you're supposed to be doing here.
I
Because we have no
can
idea.
cast it. I'll just have to use a 4th level slot. That's alright. Yep. Well, Andrea, decide what you want me to say, and I can send it to her for you.
Tell her I'm here and I'd like to register for my classes, and that she's going to lean in and whisper she's going to lean in and whisper to Lumilia and say, one of her staff members, Mon, is the ancient trickster god, Eshius.
Alright. I will send that to her word for word.
Okay.
I mean, can you? You only have 25 words.
Yeah, that's 25.
That was about 23 words.
Yeah, she's going to respond, recognize who it is because it is one of the parts of sending.
Comes like with a little tag. Like, it's this person.
You are going to get a message back and saying the situation in Undar really demanded my attention. Sorry for leaving on such a short notice. Wait, yep, she can respond to you. I'll send a sending to the guards. Not a problem. A few moments later.
I'll relay that. She's on urgent business, but she'll have a sending sent to the guards.
Yeah, and like a few moments later, they're like, wait, oh, okay. He's going to nod and say, I'll get you registered at the office, Princess. You're allowed to reside in the tower if you'd like. And then he's going to say, also, she said, he's not allowed to play tricks on the students. I'll reprimand him.
That's...
She's probably... Okay. Wait, so did she know the whole time? What?
He's gonna look a little
actually
confused.
doubles over laughing.
Don't worry about that last part. That part was for us.
He's going to nod, and how much of a stickler is he going to be? And he's gonna say, he's gonna tap his face and say, I'm not the only one in there that has this site. Others are going to be wary and aware of the types of magic you keep circling around you.
Does Ilderon have sunglasses? Can we just get her some dark glasses to wear?
Does Ilderon have sunglasses? Ilderon does have glasses.
Or just like tinted lenses.
They're there are glasses, Willow, and I don't think you know how incredibly silly the glasses in Ilderon are. At least the magic ones. That said, nobody's came up yet with sunglasses or how to manufacture those. Alright, he lets you in, and you guys are able to move about freely through the tower. If you talk to an attendant or two, eventually they are going to say that Dila had space set aside for you. They are going to show Oslandria to a pretty lavish room on the third floor, and the attendant is going to say, Headmistress Winrona had me prepare this room for you all. She said to give you the option to stay here or a normal student life. If you want, I can contact one of the dormitories to prepare space. Looking at the large open room that has its own office space, Oslandria is going to shake her head and say, no, this is wonderful. It feels familiar. All right, welcome to college.
Yep.
Prepare for the worst years of your life. Well, maybe not hers.
Well, she's got magic, which is a lot better than our years in college.
True, but also she spent her childhood locked in a castle. This might be better.
Also, she immediately gets an upgrade over ours.
Also, Andrea is going to look in her coin pouch and say, I'll have to dip into my vault again. Most of the money I brought with me to survive and furnish this place I spent on gifts, but luckily this room already is. She looks around at, the bed, the several different tables, the lounge, the different stacked chests in the corner. And so this place is already stocked.
Being a powerful magical princess has its perks.
She's gonna nod and say, well, what will all of you do?
Don't know yet.
Well, I'm here.
Figuring it out.
We're still going to help you finish up this last trial, at least. After that, I don't know.
Going back to thinking on the trial, she's going to say, I wonder if that should take precedent over my studies.
You can do both. Those studies may help you get inspiration.
Yeah.
Maybe
In the
this
meantime,
place
we
is the
could
trial.
probably do some odd jobs around here. 'Cause we're gonna need some coin to find a place.
I'd like
to
to
stay.
look more into the cult.
Speaking of which, I'm going to, considering this is your room, I'm gonna head out, see where we could possibly stay. Anyone wants to join me on that?
I'll go
She's-
with you.
Get yourself situated.
She's going to say, well, I mean, I could get more beds brought in here. We can get rid of those chests over there and set up some partition walls.
See, we aren't students.
Ah,
I appreciate that you want us to stay, but it's not allowed, probably.
I was like, we'll definitely come and visit, but you're now in school, and
To look weird
like we also
now.
don't want to be a distraction for you. On top
You
of the
get to
fact
be
that there are
independent.
other
I will
things we
only
have to
be
take
one
care
walk
of.
away.
That, and also I need to find something to cool off. I am sweating up a storm right now. I didn't realize how hot it was here.
You're gonna have to do a full body shave at this point.
We're gonna have to invest in some Alongian fashion.
Speak for yourself.
Claw is going to give him a glare of just like, do you really think I can do that?
As you guys are chatting, Shador is going to speak up and say, I'm going to rest here, and keep an eye on the princess. When you find some place to stay, let me know.
I
Will
think
do.
we'll look for a cheap apartment or something that's close by.
Also, Andrea is going to start pacing and say, alright, trials of wit. She's just going to kind of start mumbling as she is thinking.
I recommend writing down your thoughts.
Does she does know unseen servant, I'm fairly certain. She does. At which point you're gonna say, wonderful idea. She'll put her book on her journal on the table with a quill and inkwell, and after it's only an action. The quill is this chair is going to scoot out, and the quill is going to float into the air as something begins scribbling as she starts talking back and forth. All right.
You got it. Let's go.
What do you guys want to do?
Well,
Or
it's
go.
since it's kind of late, I would recommend first we find a place to stay for the night, and then the next day
Like,
find a semi-permanent residence.
Actually, I think it's like midday right now.
Oh, it's still midday.
It's,
Is that it?
it's gonna
No,
be.
because the same day that we did the carriage stuff?
It is the same day. It is going to be a little bit later as you go from west to east, or as you go east to west in Ilderon, just with the where the sun passes over. You are skipping just a little bit behind time zones. So you're going into you're going into the later time zones. So it's not much later, but yeah, it would be moving from the afternoon towards like the evening area.
Good idea, Kenneth.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly finding a place to rest and possibly finding some stuff for us to do and help out around here, just making some coin. Wouldn't mind looking around this place to see if maybe my sister might like it. Claw is saying this as still walking and talking, and he sounds audibly exhausted.
I really just want to find a bed for the night. I am very tired.
Okay.
I also want to.
Go ahead.
No, I also want to properly dress my wounds.
Did I not heal you enough?
I mean, you healed me, but like, there's still, openings and such. Never hurts to be safe. Infections are a thing.
I can actually deal with those, but okay.
I mean, yeah, but would you rather deal with them, or would you rather us do things to prevent it so you don't have to deal with them?
No, I meant I could prevent them. It's just a pain.
Claw's going to kind of start, after a little bit, kind of start asking around for some nice places for people who are not students to stay that's relatively nearby, and if there's anything that he and the others can possibly help out with.
Surprisingly, there is a inn that is ran by patrons of the... there is an inn on the university that's ran for patrons of the university, of people who come and visit it. It is called the Lucky Spell Inn, and I don't know where it is in my notes. I don't know where the inn part is typed up in my notes, but I have that it is in the university.
Perfect.
But it is I'm remembering it from Group B's thing, so just give me a...
Oh, I remember that inn. Okay.
Yeah, give me a little bit of leeway with the description of it, but I'm fairly certain the inn is a very wide place with 2 floors, and the second floor is split in 2 halves, and there's a stairwell in the back of the inn that kind of comes down in the center, and just this open, huge lodge area on the first floor. I can't remember anything else about it, but I'm going to paint with brush strokes for the rest. But yeah, you guys are able to go there, and it's been 16 years. It's got a new inn owner, so this person's gonna get re-rolled. Congratulations, guy. I bet I'm gonna tip over my notes and see something else. So you guys are
an immortal vampire.
You guys are going to, if you go to this place, you're gonna learn the person managing it now is a Milsarai by the name of Tillier, and he's a pretty pleasant enough fella. But yes, and they normally have plenty of space for people coming and leaving the university.
Awesome. Let's go there and see how much it is for a night.
All right, checking out this place. He's got space open. He'll give each of you... he actually just had a large party of people who had gotten reservations for some rooms cancel on him, and he's in a flurry to get the space covered so that he's not losing money. He'll give each of you a room for tonight for a gold as a special offer.
That's pretty good, actually.
Done.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't had a room
Yeah,
for ourselves in a while.
Yeah.
I actually don't think I've ever had a room on my own.
And then
I
turn to
mean, if you're
Talia
that
and be like,
uncomfortable
would you
with it,
like
you're
to
free to
share
bunk
a
with
room,
me.
or would you like me to get one separately for you?
She's going to grab your hand, and smile.
One room, please.
Don't worry.
Alright.
It'll
Well-
be nice for me to think on a few things.
Just leave the couple to it.
You're just jealous of what we have.
A little bit.
I'm just going to pat Anderson on the back.
I summon the axe and like funny, like not that much.
When we get there, this might be as good a spot as any if you've heard of anything that could possibly give us, like, some things that could use some help around on the university that we could possibly help out with as well.
Are you
Just to
asking
give us-
Talir?
Yes.
He's walking around the first floor, and the people sitting in there'd be like lush couches and chairs arranged for people to kind of sit and talk with like little hearths here, and other areas there'd be like dining tables set around, and he's just kind of walking around talking to each set of people. You guys can catch him before he goes to another group after you make your business with them. And of course there's serving staff and everybody also helping out on this first floor. He is dressed in a regal, I would say one-piece suit, but no, he's got a nice pair of trousers on and a open peacoat with a tail to the coat. As he turns and looks at you, hands behind his back, he'll say, you're here purveying the curiosity of the streets. I do keep a healthy pulse on what's going on inside the city. It's my understanding that the Doom, or the Vault of the Damned was broken into quite recently. I think one of the few times ever in Lil Nagai's history.
The Vault of the Damned?
I'm gonna roll a history check for Claw to see on how much he already knows about that, if
Okay.
that's okay.
Anybody else is able to do the same if they want to.
I hate that I know myself, but Kenneth wouldn't know.
No,
I really don't know what this is. So.
I've never heard of the Vault of the Damned.
Also, too, the DCs are going to be different for people from Lil Nagai and not from Lil Nagai. Kenneth, you
Yeah, that's a good
have
roll.
heard of it.
It's schools.
Oh. All right. Did you want to roll for Lumilia, or are you just going with no on a Lumilia? The check
I'm gonna
is
just assume she doesn't know.
okay. The check is different for Lumilia too, because you are essentially your father. You're training as a sage. He tells you to read stuff and etc. Just like,
Why not?
this is the knowledge you need and stuff. So.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
All right, so I'm going to start in going up from the bottom to the top. Anderson, Vault of the Dam, probably some super jail. Same thing for Lumilia. You've heard of it. It is a Ilderon facility where people are punished. Claw, yeah, same thing as Anderson, just some probably super bad jail. Sergey, you're actually going to be aware of this place. The Vault of the Damned is one of the highest forms of punishment inside of Lil Nagai. It is reserved for the most heinous of crimes. Specifically, people who have crimes dealing with the souls of other people are sentenced to the Vault of the Damned. Kenneth, step up from this. You've heard this whispered in political circles of, some people saying Ardor should adopt something like this. Oh, of course not. They should never. You're going to know the Vault of the Damned is for people who commit crimes dealing with the souls of others. Specifically, anybody charged with tampering with somebody else's ability to access the afterlife loses their own right to the afterlife. Criminals in the Vault of the Damned are petrified and are left there forever. And sometimes they are petrified and ground to stone, which is a living but not living existence, or ground to dust. They're not dead, but there's really no chance that they'd ever be put back together and unpetrified. It is a pretty terrifying fate, an embrace of nothingness for the rest of eternity. That said, anybody inside of the anybody in the Doom Vault, they're pretty bad people that get sentenced there. As the Doom Vault is brought up, Talia is going to shiver. Or, I'm sorry, not the Doom Vault. I keep saying the Doom Vault, the Vault of the Damned. Talia is going to shiver and say, if you just follow the wills, you don't even have to worry about that place.
Someone broke in there and what? Take someone out?
He's gonna say, oh, interesting. You'd think that, wouldn't you? But there's different degrees to which people are sentenced there. Some people are petrified and left as statues. Some are petrified and shattered. Others are petrified and ground to dust. Whoever broke in, they smashed up a couple petrified statues, broke them to bits. From at least what I can tell, and the whispers among circles that I'm aware of, doesn't seem that any bodies were taken out of there. But isn't that
How long ago was it?
He's gonna say about 4 days ago. Isn't that a scary thought, though? That the Vault of the Damned thought to be one of the most secure places. Somebody can just come and go, and sends a real shiver down my spine.
Sounds like it was prepared to keep people in and not let people out. Well,
I mean, what's a bunch of statues going to do?
I'm sure they'll increase the defenses.
He nods and says, yeah, I've been hiring guilds to aid the Risen members, at least around the perimeter and on the surface. If you're looking for work, they're probably looking for contractors too.
Think about it.
Thank you.
Thank you. I personally don't have a blue contract, so don't know how much I'll have.
Don't take blue, red, orange, yellow.
No contract.
We're gonna, guys. I think we're gonna while we're here, we're gonna have to fill out the right forms to get a contract. Looks at Sergey.
Yay, paperwork. Looks at Sergey.
Yay! Oh,
Hey, you're the only one that has experience with the bureaucratic work of it. Congratulations,
You're
Sergey. You're used.
Ian. You're better than us.
Fine. I asked Barkeep, where can we get such paperwork?
Whew.
What do you mean? You should know this.
Other side of the sheet. Let's see. Oh wow, there's more stuff in the city than I remember.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. The interesting thing is there's a supreme light here, and there's also the queen of the country here.
And they're two separate people.
Yeah, they're two separate people. I feel like
how DC has a mayor, but like.
yeah, I feel like if you're looking for a blue contract, definitely you're going to be going to you know what? I would say there's the schools. The schools would handle it here. There are all 5 schools maintain a academy in town. The schools are, you know, the disciplines of Risen, which is elegance, honor, grace, discipline, and purity. You'd be able to apply for a contract at any of the schools, but also the Supreme Light would have, you know, final say so over blue contracts.
Fair enough.
So we should probably look for a contract that will at least let us, if we get to, you know, don't join this investigation or join something else, that, you know, we're safe from being involved in combat, and we can just avoid killing because that's the blue contract.
You guys, by the
Final
way, still
progress.
do have your blue contract, good for 1 life.
But does it work here?
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, the orange one does not.
The orange one is like to take people in, but not.
Yeah.
Well, one
so-
contract is basically. Go ahead.
You
Brandon.
guys are going to be aware of this blue contract. The text on it was shifting before, you know, as you guys touched it, the text changed. If anybody looks to like read, you know, where this contract is valid at, Skies, or rather not Skies Reach. What is the name of this stretch of territory? You are in Skies Reach as the city, but
Isn't it Dawn Touch? Or am I thinking of a different location?
No, Dawn Touch is Dawkinsdale, the Heartland.
Okay.
Okay. Surprisingly, this contract also works for the Heartland.
Huh. We should still get another one, you know.
Does anyone look at so I can just look at mine to make sure?
Who has it?
I don't.
It's me.
No, the blue contract. Who has it?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Sergey has it.
Okay, all right.
You better have it, otherwise we misplaced it.
No,
That
I'm
could
sure
be bad.
popular documents.
Uh,
I pull out this paperwork before.
You know, the sad thing is,
What?
blue contracts are not issued lightly. There is a huge process of assessment that goes into them. If you guys had a blue contract with Asuandria's name on it, it's a verified government document saying she's Asuandria Bertolf. That anytime somebody asks, it would just be like, wait, we've got a blue contract with her. Like, she doesn't have a writ of nobility, but...
Oh, shoot.
Shit.
We could have done that.
Damn it!
Killed anyone.
I didn't know who was carrying the blue contract, but that is just information for you guys for the future.
Sergey, what are you doing?
I didn't think about it. Give me a break.
I don't blame you, Sergey, because I didn't either. If I would have remembered, I would have reminded you. Sometimes
Yeah.
I give you guys answers to puzzles that I don't even know are answers. So that's the fun part about D&D. You guys get to solve things in ways I don't anticipate.
All right, so I'll just tell the party, why don't we get something to eat first, and talk some more. How we're gonna handle this, or what we're gonna do.
mm,
You guys did that. I will get contract work your way.
Well, do you want to wait till
You-
tomorrow for that? Because
we
I don't
can
know if
wait
they're open
till
this late.
tomorrow. I'd recommend you wait till tomorrow, Sergey, as you look like you could use something to eat, especially after all we've been through today.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Look, man, we got blown up. We're gonna get something to eat.
It's like, yeah, no. I don't know about the rest of you, but I have been shot, shocked, exploded, and beaten and cut all
We've had
over.
a
I
we've
want
had a
food.
morning. We've had a morning. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
As you guys start ordering food, Are you ordering food from here? They do sell food. I should have asked that.
Yeah.
Or you want
Yeah.
to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed when you said there's a dining area. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would sell food here, but you are in one of the cultural capitals of the world, so, like, you know, if you guys wanted to go and get...
Be here for a while. We have time to try other restaurants. I'm tired. I want...
Yeah.
Let's just get some bar food, call it a night.
Hey, don't ever joke on bar food. Sometimes bar food's like the best
bar
thing in
food's
the
actually
world.
really good.
Yeah, no. Fair enough.
All right. Yeah, you guys are going to be able to purchase food from here. They have a wealth of different items, or rather wealth of different imports here, as you know, they have access to a port, but also with the Arcanist, they have access to a variety of exotic stuff, of creatures you guys haven't exactly heard about or seen before, you know, fried, baked, glazed, filleted, etc. that they serve.
Is Lumilia just taking notes of it? Like, I'm gonna steal that and steal that.
Yeah, it's like, listen, while we're staying here, let's not cause trouble.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh.
No, don't worry, I can do this. I can handle this myself. After Claw's going to get himself something to eat to kind of go relay the information over to Stradora of what's going on, like heading over there after he was done eating.
Okay, it's not a terribly long walk back to the Heroes Tower. They're both in the Windar ward. All right. That said, you guys can eat for the evening. You can chit chat, take time to get ready to rest up. The more you sit inside of the Lucky Spell Inn, the more you have random conversations with passing students, professors, and visitors, and you guys are going to get a lay of the land for the Maphis University. In the Maphis University, there are, 6 different wards. There's the Anelian ward, the Yapple ward, the Calgaran ward, the Windar ward, the Northern Commons, and the Southern Commons. And you guys are going to pick up just a little bit of passive information. Anderson, I need to know what are you doing with the Scepter of the Witch Lord, and where is it at on your person?
It's currently in my pack. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think I'm going to sleep on it.
Okay.
For now. I don't know. Anderson's going to...
That's fine.
I'll let you know what I actually know, what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah. Anderson, as you guys are just sitting and chatting, with random passing people, you are going to learn within the Calgaran ward, they do have a vault that they store magical artifacts for people who want them safely put someplace. Other things that I think are of interest to people, let's see. Lumilia, there's... Oh, well, she stepped away for a moment. Let's see what else is of interest to anybody else. That's gonna be about it.
Shops or anything?
Say that one more time?
No shops or anything? Get supplies?
Oh, inside the university, there'll definitely be gift shops and shops for arcane reagents. Where this is located on the city, though, I can put the map in your guys' chat, and because I do have a map of Sky's Reach, but I'll put the map in your chat. But you guys are on the outside of the city gates. The university is located just on the edge of the city, and there a lot of like the big city life stuff is inside the city walls. As far as shops, the people who are on the university are catering specifically to the student body and the people that come here to learn magic and all the whatnot.
All the who's its and what's its.
Yeah, this is just Whoville. Nothing here for us.
All right. Here is Sky's Reach 1. And then I've got Sky's Reach 2. So I'm going to put this inside of your channel. Anybody watching the video, definitely look at the Nobles. Join our Discord and look at the Nobles channel. And next week we'll have this up. If you see on that, there's the black wall. And then there's that dark gray wall. So on the dark gray wall, that is the outside of the city. You guys are essentially that northwestern shanty town. Those are the different wards of the university outside the city wall. The dark wall that goes around the center of the city, there's an elevated second tier of the city. So there's a lower city and a upper city. And this is the upper city of that area by elevation. The warmer the color, the higher the elevation is of the upper city. All right. That said, was there anything else I needed to do? Oh yeah, moving forward. I got a message. Yes, I do remember that, and there is stuff. All right. So, does anybody want to do anything before I move forward throughout the night?
I guess Claw's gonna be kind of meditating and trying to form. Out of character, basically he's going to try and work on making the spiritual bond for the Beastmaster thing with Mango.
Okay.
He's going to try and do that for a bit on the night while alone, so if anybody is walking by his room, they might just hear him alternating between Sylvan and Old Tongue. Before basically collapsing.
Eating and collapsing in bed.
Fair. All right. So things are definitely gonna happen, but I do need Willow here for this. So how about we take a 5-minute break, and then we will come back together on the next day. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pause the recording.
Don't forget to start that up again.
Yeah, I will start it, but right now, the stream is still live, by the way, but the recording is paused. But right now, that recording's going to be paused. I'm going to go get some more tea, and then we will get Lay started back.
I'm also going to grab some stuff, so
Yeah.
I'll be back as well.
Hey, when you were saying when you walk past Claw's room, you would hear noises. I was thinking, do we hear barking and how?
Haha, no. No, you just, for his lack of terms, he's right now, he is actually more mentally drained than he is physically drained. The way I've been trying to play him off right now is, he looks like he is about to pass out, but even though his body doesn't look that beat up compared to you guys, even though he got hit by he got hit by a cart, I took minimum damage from that cart, and it was on temporary HP.
If anything, it really just dirtied your clothes.
Didn't you
Right.
shift in the fight?
Yeah, yes, I did. I shifted the beginning of the fight, and my shift HP took it. Not
Oh.
my.
Oh no, I was asking like physically, like, do you look more hairy now, or I forgot about that. I just remember when you mentioned about
Yeah.
the whole
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
heat,
no,
like, being hot and stuff.
yeah, he did. He is right now very hairy. Well, actually, no, he did shave his face with a few moments of time while he was eavesdropping. He did. I would just.
Ear to the door, meanwhile, shaving.
Well, basically, while we were waiting for everybody to group up, he would just shave it. I just decided not to bring it up because it's like I don't want to slow down a session, but it's like he is trying to keep up a normal-looking appearance as best he can.
Like daily
So-
maintenance.
Yeah.
Daily
It's
maintenance
time-
is nothing
It's,
like that.
it's time for the daily life arc of the nobles.
Just
Right,
Like,
so-
meanwhile, like Claw spends 2 hours shaving.
No, I
and
meant just
stitching something together. We don't know what.
I meant more our wacky adventures here in the university.
Right, but no, the
I think like
They-
2 girls hit on Anderson.
welcome back. So I'm trying to remember what the like. So you didn't miss much. Basically, we as a party know our way generally know our way around the university, and he was asking if we wanted to do anything in the middle of the night. Claw is going to try and make a basically out of character. He's going to try and make the spiritual, is it the primal bond between him and Mango.
Oh, good.
Like start I'm out of character. I'm trying to work on it. In character, he is right now heavily meditating and working with what little magic he has left because he is mentally drained out of his ass. About considering he's almost completely out of spell slots, and he's going to try and start working on that tonight. I told Brandon that, and so I mentioned like if like Lumilia or anybody walks by his room, they would and like listen in. They might hear him speaking in Old Tongue or Sylvan,
Hey,
like alternating between the two.
curse on Mango. Do you think Dispel Magic would deal with it?
Maybe remove curse, but that
I think it's worth a try. We don't know exactly how she put the magic on Mango.
right.
So I think you should let me use Dispel Magic on your magical snake.
Do you want to try and do that tonight, or do
Nah.
you want to do? Okay,
I spell on spell slots.
no,
Okay,
that's fair.
tonight she's gonna cuddle with her fiance.
No,
Yes.
that's
Wife.
fair.
I don't know what to count it as.
She's going to do more than cuddle.
They're fiancés.
Okay, I don't know if it was fiance or if it was full blown. Like now they're married.
No, we've not done sworn the oaths yet.
I'm
But-
gonna go downstairs and get my tea, and then we'll get started again.
Yep.
And I
Right.
think he had something for you as well, Willow. And
Mhm.
that's it.
Let's see what gets back.
I
Do you guys remember how much it was to teleport on the teleportation circles? I know we did ours free, but do you remember how much it was to buy it?
If you give me a minute, I can look it up.
yeah, I don't remember that at the current moment, but because like I said, I'm right now trying to work on what I am currently working on to try and finalize the Beastmaster thing, and B get what my loot points were spent on. But I'm also trying to think of like what does Claw want to do here, because he's kind of it's hard for him because a lot of the things that I want to do for Claw we've kind of set up for him back at Ardor.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to see what can we kind of move to over here, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
Well, there's also since this is a university, a lot of people studying different things. Maybe someone knows something about your curse. Maybe someone could be doing an investigation on it. You could talk with someone about that.
Right.
Get cured.
Esoteric, that's what I was looking for.
He can't. Like, I'm going to state this to you, Matt. Claw himself cannot get cured. He is not actually cursed. He has a cursed bloodline, if that makes sense.
Okay, fair enough.
So basically, it's the equivalent of I always show up as false positive for lycanthropy.
I just got back to my computer. You were talking about finding things to do for cloth and storylines. Last I was downstairs and I was singing, "Don't you worry about a thing, don't you worry about a thing."
Wait, aren't the Calc here? Shit.
The Calcan are here.
I was Brandon.
I started the recording again, but go ahead, Jackal.
Okay. No,
You're good.
No, I was just like, I just remembered that like, basically like documents of authenticity and ownership are a thing.
Yes.
And I'm thinking the first thing I should probably do is like, I should get this labeled under my name.
Yeah. The Risen members definitely would have given you something saying, where you acquired it from, and what it's believed to be. But as far as like any appraisal of like what it actually is, of like official appraisals and people who specialize in ancient artifacts, you wouldn't have that. So just be like, this is my rod that I got from beating up criminals, and it is
This
legally
is my dark
mine.
rod. Watch as I wave it in front of you.
But before we get started, I just want to address one final question. As far as the teleportation circles go, it's 50 gold to cast the spell, but they have limited amounts of casting per day. The price to use their services is 25 gold per person, as multiple people can go through a teleportation circle, but because they have limited amounts of times they can cast it per day, normally the richer a person is, the more they're able to buy the slots. So a lot of the times by the end of people bidding for these spots to use teleportation circle, 75 gold ensures you get a spot on one of the arcanuses inside of the Supreme Light's tower, being able to teleport you.
I can afford that. Alright, I know what I want to do over here.
Okay, so we are going to jump in and get back started. The last thing of interest for Willow, for Lumilia, in the Southern Commons, you are aware of the campus. There are 6 different wards. The Anelia Ward, Yapple Ward, Calgarian Ward, Windar Ward, Northern Commons, Southern Commons. In the Southern Commons, there is a theology commune, where people and non-students also come to listen and learn about theology. A lot of the professors teach open classes there, and a lot of different lights. Go away. A lot of different lights from the Wills also teach there. It is just, like somebody passing by might see your holy symbol and it's like, oh, cool, are you hanging out at the theology commune? Who gave you that? And, etc. But otherwise, we are going to start moving through the night. Lumilia, as you are laying down, or as you get into your room and you are settled in with Talia, and you guys are preparing for bed, she's going to speak up and say, I like this, but I really think that we need to have a plan. So I'm a Lil Najian and you're Ardorian. How much does she know about your rituals? And I kind of want to be respectful of that, if you're respectful of my culture.
What? I'm sorry. I just blanked for a second.
She said she likes this between you guys, but she needs to make a plan. And eventually, I guess, like, if Lumilia's looking dumbfounded, she's going to say, a ceremony.
Ah.
Do we do it the Ardorian way or the Ililnagian way, or do we do it both?
I'm alright with doing either, but we could do both. My father can officiate ceremonies.
She'll sit down on the bed and say, "Don't I have to kill something with your oath blade?" I don't mean that rudely, like, I'm asking. Isn't that how Ardorians do it?
No, I don't think. That's not right. Is it?
No.
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a history check. I
Go
don't
for it.
know.
I can just imagine knocking on Kenneth's door. Kenneth!
Kenneth, we need
I
help
have
with
a
the Council of
question.
Shipping. Lumilia, yeah, you think on it, and it's just like, yeah, people are supposed to are supposed to complete some great quests. Like a lot of the people in your father's village, like, would go on hunts, like with the Oathblade, and then swear and at your father's temple. Swear an oath at the temple. Probably, I don't know. You don't know. Other
Let's
people
do it
kill
the
people.
Ililnagian way.
The Ililnagian way. All right. At that, she's going to say, Then, wait, didn't she already give you a charm?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I gave her one.
Okay, you gave her a charm. Yeah, she's going
Yeah,
to.
it's the anti-scrying necklace, but it works.
She's going to say, I am going to get you dazzled out. When somebody looks at you, they're going to go blind.
Oh, it would be really fun to actually cause that. I do have blindness deafness.
Talia is going to look at Lumilia for a second as she lies on the bed, hands behind her head, and she'll prop herself up and say, I might be a little bit low on funds. How willing are you to sell that absolute rock in your pouch?
Unfortunately, not at all. But I do have some money set aside.
She brushes a hand forward and says, I can make do.
And I'll take up some work while we're here. Might as well.
At which point she's going to nod and say, so we can have the Sunyeth organize the ceremony. We can do it in one of the great temples. Might be a little bit costly, though, but we can go to one of the lesser temples outside of the city.
That would be nice.
And she's
Would you
going
like to go see tomorrow?
She'll nod and she'll point at your holy symbol and say, and your father? You think he'd be okay with an oath of blooming?
He's not the one who has to make it. I'll send him a sending about it, and maybe afterwards we could try to go see him. Although I'm not sure when I can leave the princess's side.
She'll nod and say, you don't talk about your mother much.
My mother and I have a complicated history at the moment.
She is going to shrug and say, don't we all? Well,
I'll tell you about it at some point.
She's going to nod and say, well, the Oath of Blooming does favor women. If she wanted to attend, it's normally customary.
I'll send
But
my parents ascending tomorrow.
she'll nod at that. And she'll pat the bed for Lumilia to lay down.
Yay.
At that, you are able to snuggle up and head to bed. The night is going to pass pretty much uneventfully, and we are going to wake up on the 35th of Father. A day that I have been waiting for a long time. How long
Why?
do you say? November, I respond with.
Why?
Lumilia, you get a sending. You are aware of who the sending is from. The sending is from Donna Ganya as her voice rings in your mind.
She survived?
Those who
Corwin can't do anything right.
Those who run away live to fight another day.
Is that her message?
No, that is not her.
Okay.
What? That
Like,
would
is she
be
passive
like,
aggressively telling me to flee?
that would be the most like just dick thing to do with the sending. Burn 1/3 level spell slot a day to just taunt someone you don't like for the rest of the year. Of just like, hey, by the way, good morning, and screw you.
I mean,
I just want to remind you that I hate
hold up,
you.
I
Anyway,
didn't
have a
even
nice day.
specifically do anything to her.
Yes. You
Was she
are
the one with the monster?
actually, let's go with this music. This is better.
Corwin's the one whose skull I crushed. What does Donna Ganya want with me?
You are going to get a sending. It says, "Where are you? I saw Corwin in the marketplace asking about you. Let's work together to finish her. The castle's spreading lies on your location."
I'm gonna respond, I wonder why. Kill her yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a really hard time.
Wait, Corwin is back already?
Respond to that.
It's been like a month. Shoot, I thought it would take her longer.
Donna Ganya, she'll burn another sending, and she'll say, "Look, you killed her, but I can stop her from ever coming after either of us again. Tell Maria I'm sorry, and let's work together."
Stay away from Maria and I'll consider it.
Alright. One final roll. You still did not tell her where you are, and it is a 40% chance she is going to send one more sending on this. You
Darn it,
wait
back
for a response, Lumilia. Nothing comes.
Oh boy.
Otherwise, everybody else wakes up on the 35th of Father.
Alright.
Or, I'm sorry, not Father, Noble. The 35th of Noble. It is the 35th of Noble.
I'm gonna have a lot of sendings to send. I'm gonna go
Yeah, there's
get up early.
heresy.
Everybody's door. Like, team meeting now.
All right. Lumilia wakes up everybody. Shadora slept in Oswandria's room. Kenneth, Claw, Anderson, Lumilia, and Sergey are all together, along with Talia. You guys can meet in one of your rooms, or you can meet in the common area downstairs.
Where do you
All
guys
right.
go about?
Everybody into my room. We need to talk.
Okay.
About.
Well, Doneganya's alive.
Who was
Yeah,
that?
she ran away.
Yeah, I was hoping Corwin went after her and killed her.
No, seriously, who's Donaganya?
The lady
the-
who brainwashed what's his name? Alessandria's dad.
Oh, that was her. I thought she was dead.
She pulled out Oro's
Yeah.
eye and cut off his arm.
No, Donaganya did not pull off Oro's eye and cut off his arm.
Oh, was that
That,
Corwin?
that was Corwin. Donaganya abandoned them and ran.
I don't know. I hate them
When-
both.
Corwin.
Donaganya was the one that... Donaganya's the mind wizard.
Okay. Anyways, she sent me a sending. Corwin is back in the Ardorian marketplace, and she wants to work with us to kill her permanently, supposedly.
No.
I think she might
Right?
also be planning on approaching Maria again, and I do want Corwin dead. And if I can find a way to deliver Donaganya to the magnate, then that'd be great too.
So we'd have to go back to Ardor.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I mean, how bad would it be if we left
Go
it alone?
back, but well, it's bad that Corwin's in the capital.
True.
So do we just want to let someone know and let them deal with it?
I mean, do you want to go ahead first and find them when you can literally let someone know?
I'm just nervous about her being that close to the castle and Maria.
Right, in which you can let someone know, the people in charge who have the ability of handling this, and all the soldiers to take care of her.
Can they handle it?
What makes you think we can do anything better?
Because we've done it before.
Didn't you have the help of Gale Song?
For that fight? No, I don't think we did.
No, for her fight, for her dealing with the Corwin.
I still did most of it.
Right, and she came back because you killed her, instead of letting
Yeah.
Gale Song do what he needs to do so she doesn't come back.
Galeson doesn't know how to do that.
And you think Donaganya does?
You guys can
That's a good
roll
point.
a history check. You guys are aware why Corwin keeps coming back.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
souls.
No, we know why.
thingy.
We remember that part.
Like, it's the stone.
Okay, yeah, if you guys have the information as players, you have the information.
She wants. Our
No, you guys are
location.
forgetting something very.
All right,
clear.
history checks, everybody.
Basically, what Donaganya is probably going to do is just wipe her memory again.
Okay, well, there's
Yeah.
a nat 20.
We
I
don't need to roll
burned
now.
these moments into my mind.
I'm gonna roll anyway. I mean, I got close. I got 19.
I don't know any of this because it was all before.
Yeah, you weren't there yet. Oh shoot! Someone explain.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there like,
Alright.
what
Well-
the hell is going on here?
You can explain. You got that 20.
Okay.
Anderson and Lumilia, you are going to remember from the alchemist shop that Donaganya has a very clear purpose. Asuandria is a vessel for something, and she is supposed to give Asuandria her stone, presumably the one that keeps letting her find her way back to
Right.
this world.
You mean Corwin?
Yes, Corwin's supposed to give Asuandria the
Okay, alright.
stone.
And also, Corwin is looking for me.
I wonder why.
Can't imagine why. You've only killed her twice.
I only killed her once. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
only
I
killed
guess
her
I did. I did kill her in 2 blows, so I guess it might be twice, but semantics.
If anybody wants to explain this to Sergey, you guys are welcome to.
There's a crazy
Otherwise,
cult lady who won't stay dead who's after some of us.
Okay, so Donaganya used freaky mind magic to abduct the magnate's husband. She also, through currently unclear means, acquired my sister and stole them both away into the countryside and lived there as a weird family. We found her, found out Corwind, who's a cultist of sorts. Chased after her, reasons, stuff. We chased Donaganya off. Corwind does some stuff. Corwind shows up at the castle. I kill Corwind. We met you not too long after.
Hey!
That's kind of the short version.
The Cliff Notes.
The very short version. Suffice to say, we don't like either of them.
Do we know what's bringing her back?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
we
magic.
don't know.
So there's a
Conceptually.
stone that I feel high-ranking members of the cult. I don't know if it's the entirety. From what we've heard, is that allows them to come back from death, and from what I understand, Corwind is trying to give Aussie one of these stones because they need Aussie.
Or more specifically, what's inside Ozzy.
If it's what we think is inside Aussie, then wouldn't they be going after the other two as well?
Well, one of them's already
Well,
with them, I believe.
If that's the case, well,
And the other
from-
one's kind of an unknown factor.
from my understanding, they probably are, but we don't know who's going after the others. Corwin is specifically for Aussie, and so that's why they're focusing. That's why she's focusing on her. But
Aussie is
And
one of
Mac.
many moving pieces. They probably have others looking for the other.
Maybe if Donaganya and the Magnate deal with Corwind, then that would give us more time to try and find the other shard.
And for Aussie to think past the trial of wit and hopefully get something to help control her abilities and have her be able to maybe learn a way to defend herself while she's here.
Alright. I'll send a sending to probably Oro. With everything we know.
Would that be the best idea, though? 'Cause the last time...
Send it to the Magnate.
Maybe send it to the
You know how
Magnate.
stressful it is to send a sending to the Magnate?
I don't
So you'd
care.
rather send the suicidal man after him.
Oro isn't suicidal, he just has motive.
Enters this one is there.
And
I want you to
Oro
think
would
about
take it-
this.
Oro
He
would take the
may
threat
be-
to Maria seriously.
Right, but Maria may also follow him.
I'm
Magnate
going
it
to
is.
state this.
Okay. Okay, I need to go send some sendings. Great. Oh,
There's also Reyna.
There is also Reyna. She could be the
I-
young queen.
Actually think sending a sending to Reyna about this might be the best option.
You,
As I
you
feel
know
out of-
Reyna's opinion of me, right?
I will state
I mean,
this.
this is business, though. She's proven, if nothing to us, that she's always about business.
She's proven to me that she's petty.
Do you really think she would just let this happen? A threat to the country?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I don't think
Lumilia.
she would take the threat to Maria seriously.
Lumilia, I'm sorry, I'm getting cut off constantly. I grew up with seeing her. I know her well enough. She's the most level-headed out of all of our options right now. And despite you two's history, I feel that she is the best option currently to be able to, and also has the most resources to get in contact with others who can help faster. And eventually it's going to go to Reyna. So might as well send it to the person who can actually think things through clearly, besides the person who's going to bring out his sword and start swinging and asking questions, or the person who's just going to insist on us coming back here and dragging Reyna to here.
I hate when you make sense, Paul. Okay, we're doing a vote. Reyna or the Magnate?
I'm abstaining because this is your. And
I'm saying my vote's on Reyna.
Same for me, Reyna.
I like Reyna.
Reyna it is. Okay. And this is the morning, right? So we've had a long rest.
Yes. So you have all your spell slots back.
Cool. Alright, I need to send one sending to my parents, one to Reyna. We're not doing the sending to Andrea then. We need to go tell her in person where we're staying.
I already told her where we're staying currently.
Perfect.
Well, yeah, but aren't we going to find a more permanent solution?
Yes, but that's my point. Once we find one, I'm not sending her a sending.
Also, are we all going to live in, like, one big communal house, or are we
I
going
think
to
we should. I think it'd be fun.
I mean, we could. I'm just...
Do you want to buy your own house?
I don't know! I don't even know if I have the money to buy my own house, to be fair.
Trust me, it's a lot more harder than you think it sounds.
We could just let Sorge buy a house and crash in it like before.
I'm just going to hold my hand up and just do that slight, just... Oh god, not again.
Alright, well,
I'll just
y'all start
sigh,
your morning,
like-
go eat or something. I'm gonna write out what my sendings need to say.
Let me know if you want any help to clarify thoughts.
Thanks. The main one's gonna be to my parents. Talia, do you want to go get breakfast?
Yeah, she'll nod, look down as she was dragged out of bed and say, "I'm gonna get dressed first."
Right. Sorry.
I'll get dressed and I'll go start looking for a permanent place to live.
I mean...
We don't need it.
So
Claw's just gonna
let's put something
face
to
palm
rent.
and
I
shake
like,
his head. I'm
it's on a to-do list. We don't...
going to go check up on Asi herself.
How about someone checks up on Aussie, so Claw, Sergey can start looking for somewhere for us to live, and then the rest of you can either join those two groups or go look around for job opportunities. Or shop, I don't know what you guys do with your free time.
Alright, so I'm going to get everything sorted for my
Also,
card so I know how to go through people. Claw is going to go talk to Andrea. Milia is going to hunker down with breakfast with her fiance and send out sendings.
And once I'm done with that, we'll go look at temples.
Sergey is going to look for places to stay in the city
And also paperwork for the
okay.
cards.
And Kenneth and Anderson, what are you doing during this time? You can go with any of those groups I previously listed or do your own thing.
I think I'm going to go do my own thing of...
I'll go with
Of getting
Sergey.
the certificate. Like, I'm going to go get that, like, officially done.
Okay. Anderson is going to get a certificate for his item, or for his scepter, and Kenneth is going to accompany Sergey. All right. Let's go through this. Willow, I'm going to give you time to come up with those sendings, so while you would normally be the first I jump to,
Yeah,
I'm going to give you
handle
time.
them.
Oh, you did?
My thing. No, I'm not done yet, so just handle them. I'll do my own thing.
Okay, cool. Sergey's the only party member with the credit history.
Yeah! I laughed out loud at that.
Alright, Claw. You're the next closest on what you are going to accomplish, so I'm going to handle you next. You go to meet up with Andrea. You can see it as you step into the room. There are different sheets of parchment on the floor, crumpled up. There is still the person. There's still the person writing, the unseen servant. Stepping into the room, you can see Andrea does not have her illusion on, as the hat of disguise is on the table. Stradora is what is she doing at this moment? She's probably gearing up. You can see Stradora actually has a breastplate on, as she is inspecting a new suit of armor. You can see all of the pauldrons and different pieces of it are coming out of the bag of holding. And Oswandria is pacing through the middle of the room. Her hair looks completely frazzled, and it does not look like she slept at all last night, as she is still mumbling back and forth. At which point, you are going to enter the room. Stradora will look over at you and say, hey, Claw.
Hey, Stradora. Hey, Aussie. How was your night?
Stradora's going to thin her expression and say, I won't. At which point, Oswandria is going to look up at you and say, I got it. So the test of wit is to come up with my own trial of wit. That's the test. So if I make the trial to fail the test of wit, then I pass the trial of wit. But if my trial is to fail the trial of wit, by passing the trial of wit, I failed my trial of wit. Right?
I think I have a trial of wit for you. But it's not
No, this is perfect. I'll turn it back on him. I'll show him.
I'm gonna just rip off the band-aid. Donaganya messaged Lumilia last night. Corwin is back.
Wait. She stops looking up. The servant stops writing. I don't know. I think in the spirit of Rob, Shadora would say, fuck.
We just got notified about this today. I helped lead the suggestion that we are notifying Reyna of what Donaganya just told us. Of basically that Corwin is right now at the capital looking for you. And we did not mention where you are, and from my understanding. But right now, Donaganya was recommending to try and help, but with our history with Donaganya, none of us are really accepting it.
Help! I'll rip her through.
I understand your reasoning. You don't need to finish that statement. I already know what you were going to say. And as much as I would let all of the wolves that my dad has bred do that to her, I cannot. And out of both respect and also, it wouldn't be worth it. Anyways, I did want to let you know that this is going on, and we wanted to warn you about that. Again, we are messaging Reyna as she's going to learn it no matter who we message. I hate to say it, she's kind of the person that everybody goes to for any type of intellect, no matter who we would message there. But with her being back, the challenge of wit might be trying to figure out what we need to do here, as we need to outpace the movements of people that we have already dealt with. I think that would be a worthy trial of Escher's, considering this both involves what we are currently going on, and also make sure that shows him that you are wanting to control this yourself instead of letting others control it for you.
She's going to nod and say, right, sight. Didn't I consider that last night? She looks towards the unseen servant. You cannot see its response. A few moments later, or rather, not a few moments, you can see the quill gets put down and a paper floats up and into Oswandria's hand. She's going to look it over and say, yes. What if I'm not the only one Esches is testing, right? What if he doesn't have time for the trial of wit because he's spending all of his time with sight? Maybe I don't make a trial of wit and I just stalk him.
As you got it, I have a good feeling you're halfway there, but you might also. It also looks at Stradora. How much sleep did she get last night?
Stradora is going to shake her head and say, she has been delving into reason.
What's the word for it?
And Stradora is going to say, well, when I told her she wasn't listening to reason, she promptly explained how she was coming up with reason. So it's been a night.
I can tell. I thought I had a night draining myself of half of my energy. Anyways, let's go ahead and right now, Sergey and I think I saw Kenneth moving to try and find a place that we were more permanently going to stay. I know Lumilia and her significant other are right now talking about the sendings that she is going to be sending. I came by to let you all know what's going on, as well. You all needed to know as soon as possible.
Andrea is going to nod and say, I don't need sleep. I don't need spells. They're gonna need spells. Eshes and Donna Ganya, when I'm done with them, lots of healing. She's
Should we tell her,
going
or
to
do we just let that sit?
she's going to grab the hat off the table, placing it on her head. As she does, the hat disappears and she takes her normal appearance. Upon which she's going to have the servant hand her the journal as she moves towards the door and says, all right, let's go.
All right. We'll head towards the Milius, though, as that feels like a good spot to go towards right now.
All right. Stradora is going to equip her armor, and she's going to begrudgingly follow. At that, Claw, I'll reunite you with the party eventually, when it's appropriate. Let's jump over to Willow. Do you need more time? Because if so, I'm going to jump to... Say that again?
Not me yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to jump to Sergey and Kenneth. Sergey and Kenneth, you guys are going to, I'm assuming, leave the Maphis University and walk into the city.
Yep.
As you are leaving the Maphis University, you are going to see a beggar on the side of the road. Stepping by them, it is at first you think it's a child, and then you realize it is a significantly older man. It is a halfling, and he is going to be yelling as people pass by, and definitely pointing and yelling at you guys. And he's gonna say, I tell you, death comes for us all! It's the end of days! Water's poisoned! Don't trust any woman you see! They lurk among us, turning those closest to us to their darkest desires!
I'm gonna look at Sergey and say, the worst part is...
They're here! Next to you!
No.
And you! And you!
We literally know exactly what he's talking about, and that makes it worse.
People are giving this man a wide berth. It is not necessarily illegal to prophesize on the streets.
You want to pass by here and question him after we're done? If he's still here?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, as you guys are walking by, he is going to stop in front of you and say, "Oh, hey, spare some coin. The end of days is coming, and I'd like to have a feast before it hits. You won't need that coin when where you're going on the bridge."
I'm going to give him the gold coin.
I'll stop him.
Goddess's blessing upon you.
I shall say, hold on. Before that,
Oh,
I got a question for you.
yeah.
What well was poisoned?
He's going to say, what, poison well?
You said the water was poisoned. Where?
He laughs and said, and he's going to say, not the water here. The water here. He taps his head.
Who are these people who are poisoning the waters? Do they have any specific way they look?
He's
Any
going
sign?
to lean in real close and say, my ex-wife.
We gave him too much credit.
Okay,
I
you can
was
give
going
it to
to bribe him with the gold coins.
You know what, Sergey?
Wait, what did you say, Sergey?
Out of character, I was actually going to bribe him with the gold coins for this information.
My ex.
Yeah, now I'm just like,
Here's a gold coin. Please leave me alone.
No,
Basically.
no. If you're gonna give him the gold coin, is after you give it to him, I'll tell him, hey man, keep a lookout on water wells, cause I think you're onto something.
Oh God.
He's gonna say, onto something. I'm foretelling the end of all things.
How would you like to drink water one day and then just completely poop out your insides?
His bottom jaw is going to go wide and say, did that happen? Did they get to your girlfriend or wife or friend
no,
too?
no. See, we just so happened to let the right people know, and hopefully they prevented it, but maybe if you keep an eye out here for any suspicious characters near any water wells, hey, maybe you might get a reward.
He's going to lean in and say, they know. They know I know. I'll be dead before the end of the day.
But they don't know that you know, that we know, that you know, that they know, that you know about them.
God damn it.
He's gonna think for a few seconds, trying to follow that.
In real life, I'm like out.
And then he's gonna say, so wait, you know?
I know some things. I don't know everything. You also know some things, and you don't know everything. So I'm giving you a hint of what I know to combine with what you know. And maybe, if you see the right things happening, you'll know everything and can let someone else know, and they can take care of the situation.
I'm letting everybody know that I know that they know that I know.
Are we in like an alleyway or?
No,
No,
you
it's
guys
like
are
a
on a
broad daylight.
main road.
So,
Don't
You might
worry.
be right.
He knows that you
might-
know that
You might
he
be
knows.
right. But, just keep that lookout, man. You never know. You don't want them to poison both the well in here points to the head and the well that goes in your mouth. The water that goes in your mouth. Shit. You know what I mean?
He's
How many metaphors are we into now? I've lost track.
Man, I don't know.
yeah, at that he's gonna nod and say, Goddess's blessing with you. I hope you find your favorable way across the bridge.
You too.
He goes back to yelling and saying, "The end of all things is coming! They lurk among us!"
Once we are out of earshot, I would like to turn to Sergey and tell him, if this works, I am going to rub it in everyone's face. I want you to know that.
As you as my witness.
Yes. It was both our plan.
Wait, there's
Yep.
a plan? Because I'm confused.
There is no plan. There is no plan. But if this man leads to the arrest of people trying to poison the well water, well, hey, you're welcome.
I'm literally in real life just have my hands in the air like I have no clue. I'm just going
Giving
with the
Brandon
flow.
open-ended ideas is a random thing he can do in epilogues.
All right.
What is it? You know. I know. That he knows. That you know. That I know. Oh my god, it's stupid and I love it.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are going to head into the city, looking for places to stay. Oh, let's go through. And come on. I'm pretty sure I'm smart, and I have all of the cities loaded in a map or in a folder called cities, and I could make this real quick if I just had cities, Arterserai, or Sky's Reach. Come on. It is not uploaded currently. Okay, I'm going to upload this, and this way I can draw on it on the map so you guys can
Found out live,
understand.
the DM is not smart.
Well, no, you can see live. I do have a whole folder of cities and a bunch of cities in there. Sky's Reach is just not one of the cities currently in there. Even though I know I uploaded it forever ago. Sad day. Anyways, let's go all the way back up here, and what we'll do is we'll upload...
I think I said earlier. I thought I saw it.
Wait.
Like when you hovered your mouse over it, I thought it was there. Like near the top, yeah.
Whack. Who else was in Sky's Reach? Because that, like, I also kind of think about, like, when people were here, and that helps me kind of, like, remember when I uploaded things, but...
I mean, Group B forever ago.
Yeah,
Group
exactly.
Group A also forever ago.
I learned this when people started going to the same cities, and I would upload the same city multiple times. I need to put all of these in a folder for cities. That way, you know, I don't ever lose these. Or rather, each time I need them, I'm not taking up extra space on my upload thing. Alright, let me go ahead and get these two things uploading, and then I will explain the city so you guys can kind of get a lay of the land. I can only upload one thing at a time. That is perfectly fine. Alright, so if you look at the images of the city in your document, or not your document, in Discord, they're on the tier of the city close to the university. You are going to have, let's see, these are divided in 5s going up, so this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and this 5th one is all purity. Okay, so the area nearest the area nearest to the university is going to be an area called Honor's Reach, which is a huge district where a lot of foreigners choose to live in the city. This is going to have like the largest suburbs, lots of commuting citizens working in, you know, different parts of the city. It is the part of the city where the city wall has expanded to accompany the larger populace that lives in the Reach. As far as wealthiness goes for Honor's Reach, it is pretty much the cheapest place you can live. That is, it's pretty much the cheapest place you can live. That's,
Not the slums.
yeah, that's well maintained. The next area that is going to be really appealing is Elegance Reach, which is which is on the other side of the road of Honor's Reach. It is where a lot of people in the city and the Lil Nagians choose to live. It is significantly nicer than Honor's Reach. It is also where the Academy of Elegance is, where the School of Elegance trains their Risen members. And it's worth saying that each of these areas would have a school in it. However, the Academy of Elegance is in the Outer Reach and not the Walk. Let's see. The next place. Just stop me when I say any place interesting you guys want to go to, because I'm just I'm assuming you guys are just kind of asking about, and they're just like, here's the lay of the city.
I guess. What's
go
the
ahead.
closest one to Astu Andrea's place, or where was her particular school?
That's gonna be I'm starting with the two closest. That's Honor's Reach and Elegance Reach.
And I'm assuming the school here is in blue? Purple?
Hold on. It's gonna be a lot easier for me if I can draw this out for you.
That's,
So
no, the school is on the northwestern side. Yeah. Like, if you look at the other map that's not colored, that's where you'll see the school, like on the outer edges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using that.
yeah. The Sky's Reach. Alright, let's take everybody here. Welcome to the blackness of the void. I will update this too next session so that you guys can have a much better idea of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull this up, and we'll pull this up. Alright, so the first thing about the city, it is a two-tiered city. So this area right here, and let me send all of this to the map layer. There we go. So this area right here that I'm about to outline in green, it's this too. All of this is this map. That is the central city. You guys are not in the central city. So this is the lower city on the left, and that's the upper city on the right. So there is a whole tier of city built over this. So you can see, like, as you guys are walking through the roads, you can see the roads go straight in to the city, and by into the city, like the lower tiers of the city, there are valleys of buildings, if that makes any sense. There are walkways also leading between, the different paths and sections of the city, and it is a terrace of intercross bridges, looking at the upper city. That said, let's go to a deep magenta. This area out here is the university. You guys are entering through the gate. The university is attached to the city, but it is not inside of the city. They aren't restricted by all of the same rules and regulations of, the city. They are a separate functioning body that, are really close to the city. Somewhat separate functioning. There's a whole legal document about that. Alright, so next I'm gonna go in, let's see, I'll do this in red. Right. This is Honor's Reach right here. This area of the town is where lots of foreign people choose to live, because they can simply go to the university's teleportation circle, teleport in, walk in through the city gates, go home. That is a pretty moderate neighborhood. So all of these things out here, and I'll do this one in blue. All of these things out here outside of the upper city, each of these neighborhoods are called reaches. Everything inside the inner city are walks. So I was just giving you guys the each reach by reach. So the next place that I listed, and this is the last color I'll use, and then I will delete everything that I put up. This is dark blue. The next place I listed, this is Elegance Reach. It's kind of in a similar situation, although this teleportation circle, you are using the Supreme Lights or rather, if you're commuting lots, you're using the Supreme Light inside of the central part of the city. That said, those were the two first ones I listed, and I feel like Honors Reach fits your guys' as like the closest one. Yeah, the next couple stuff I could like go into would be about the Volt or about the Graces area.
Yeah, that would probably be too rich for our blood.
Oh
so-
god, yeah.
I mean, Elegance already seems too rich for our blood.
Well,
Rich for your blood? No, rich for my blood!
Grace.
I mean,
Grace
No,
Reach.
rich for our blood.
Grace Reach would not be super rich. Grace Reach would kind of be like the Section 8 housing, which would be like the government housing set up for those who need it and stuff. It would be getting closer to the slums.
Oh.
never mind. Added into
I'd like to avoid the slums if we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go where Von V lived.
No, neither do I.
Mostly because
You don't even know who Von V is, Sergey.
Doesn't sound good.
No, Von V's not a bad person.
Yeah, she's
No,
not a
I mean,
bad
that's
person.
where-
She just has
That's
to
where she lived.
Yeah. No, she didn't
No,
live in
it's
the
just
slums.
that-
She lived on the university. The university has dormitories and housing set up for the people who want to live there.
But
Yeah,
she
yeah,
lived
but-
in the slums of the university.
Yes. She lived in the place they put.
would we
the-
run into Von V if we went to the slums.
That would be. That I wouldn't mind that. Von V's not that bad of a person. It's just that living in the area that she does, Claw would get sick instantly.
Yeah, so Honors Reach, we'll look at houses and see what we can get for pricing. and
Okay,
whatever.
go ahead and
Also, like,
roll me
we're
a
really more-
investigation check.
like,
Alrighty.
Is there not a place that offers like long-term?
I mean, we don't know how long we'll be here, though. That's why
Like
we're
a
looking
boarding
at one-
house?
Investigation 17.
I'd say because we're not looking for like we're looking for like a long-term arrangement, but like we're not.
Well,
Oh,
basically, if in terms of real life, I'm assuming it's going to be like a winter semester and a spring semester for college.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are going to. You know what, Kenneth? Roll me. Ooh, this could potentially be a lot. 2d4.
2d4? Okay. D4, 2.
5. All right. Talking through people, you're going to get 5 options, and I'm going to let you write any of these down, and if you want to roleplay any of these scenarios, you can.
Give me a second to find my notepad.
And I probably won't remember everything I list, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, where the heck is my notepad?
Okay, so first of all, there is the first person you are going to, like, as you're asking about for places to stay, first person is going to recommend there is a pretty nice tavern in this town, or in this section of
there we
the
go.
city. Let me pull up my notes because I actually do have this one in my notes. Sky's Reach and Singing Ghost Tavern. Honors Walk. Okay. Singing Ghost Tavern. Let's see. Oh, Honors Reach, Sky's Watch. Yeah, she's going to say there is a pretty nice place. The bartender, or rather not the bartender, the Tavern Keep is pretty happy to make long-term arrangements with adventurers. Lots of adventurers come through and stay there. That is a option you have. Another person you run into as you are asking about places to stay in the city, you are going to meet a old woman who is accompanied by a guard. She has an estate here that she's willing to let you stay in on the exchange that you provide security for the place at night. The next group that you run into, let's see, that's 2 options. You're going to talk to another beggar. They let you know there is a boarding house here where people are able to get a bed for long-term scenarios, and they're pretty nice there, and they don't ask a lot of questions. The next place that you are going to run into, there is a young guild member who has a smaller property. He offers for an exchange of gold, let you guys stay at his residence while he is out of town on a mission from his guild. And let's see, how many is that? That's 4, I believe. So let's come up with one more 5th option for you. And I guess Sergey probably would have a little bit more pulse to this one of just like seeing where the large townhomes are in the area and the landlords that manage them, and you'd be able to find a long row of essentially apartments with several openings in it, and they could probably arrange something for you guys on a as needed basis.
Now remember, Sergey, no hitting on the landlady this time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, last time you did, the goddess of the sea smited you, so...
Who's going to smite me now? The goddess of tricks, or god of tricks?
Any of those sound appealing? Give me one, and then I'm going to come back to you guys, just to make sure I can get everybody else tonight.
I mean...
I do want to bring up the Night Watch one. Claw can easily can see at night, so...
I mean, a lot of us can. Oh, well, you can or can't.
I can. I have dark vision. I don't know. I don't know how many of us actually have dark vision, and that's the thing.
I have it.
I have the special one.
I have the goggles of night.
Okay. So, forget I say anything then.
I mean, it's still an option.
Yeah.
You guys feeling the estate of the old rich woman?
I mean, although the tavern would give us nice income, though.
No, that would be...
I mean, that's an idea. At least that could get money in.
I mean, no, that's more like we're just... that's kind of like our situation now, but like, they just allow long-term boarding.
Yeah, but I mean, they
like
have the food and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So all we really have to do is pay for room.
Also, like basically, I am not wanting the boarding house.
Yeah, we're gonna have to avoid the apartments and the guild member because who knows what's gonna happen.
I was like, no, I like having to play security for the place we're staying in isn't that big a deal.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are going to make arrangements with the old woman. I will come back to you on that.
All right.
But well, I guess I'll come back later. I'm gonna jump real quick to Lamilia. Lamilia, I saw those sendings. I did not read them.
Well,
So as you are eating breakfast with Talia, she'll have a table set up, and you can be like writing in like a book once you get everything ready. Go ahead, and would you like to read those sendings, or would you like me to?
Would you?
Okay. The first sending Lumilia sends is to Donaganya. I'm sorry, it's to Reyna. Donaganya contacted me and claims Corwin at the Ardorian market. Claims Corwin at the Ardorian market looking for us. Wants my help to kill. Our location, secret. Keep her away from Maria. Oh, okay.
There's a lot to say in 25 words.
It is a lot to say. I feel you on that. I rewrote that sending at the top of the session probably about 4 times.
Nice.
But anyways, Reyna is going to respond with... We've told the public Asuandria is touring the countryside. Do you need... I'll send guards for Corwin. Do you need transportation? Or teleportation? Oh, wait, no.
I can't respond again without.
Yeah,
using
you
another
can't
spell
respond.
slot.
She would know that. I guess, so, say...
Well, like, keep locations secret.
Yeah.
I feel like that insinuates that we intend to stay where we are right now.
Send for teleportation. That's what she'll say for the final little part of that. To Callus Skytender, it's Lumilia sends. It's sudden, but I've sworn my oath to someone. I love her. We're planning an Ilderon ceremony, but I want you involved at Sky's Reach. All
I
right.
didn't know what else to say, so.
That's
It's
wonderful.
Like, hi, Dad. I know we haven't talked in a few months, but I'm getting married. Anyway, it's over. Bye.
It's been
He's-
like a month.
It's been like a few weeks, but he's going to respond with... Oh, yeah, since you talked to him, yeah, it's been a month. He's going to respond with, got your letter quitting the Chantry. Freen's doing well. We'll make arrangements.
Oh boy.
Like, cool. Didn't ask about Freed. Anyway, I hope to see you there.
As much as I hate it, he is more or less my brother. He should probably be here at the wedding. I really want Maria, but that's not gonna happen.
All right. Yeah, those
This
are...
isn't going to turn into a red wedding, is it?
Here's hoping.
No, that was a Game of Thrones.
Got your
You don't
letter.
want a red wedding.
Friends, my child, now have fun.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, I'll probably just send a letter to Maria.
The next thing... Oh, does Lumilia want to do anything else, or just wait for like the rest of the party?
No, they're doing their own thing.
All right, so we got Lumilia covered, Claw covered.
Oh, but we were gonna go look at temples for the ceremony.
Okay. I will probably handle that next session, if
Cool.
that's okay. Claw is going to... I already covered Claw. Anderson.
hey,
Where are you going to look for clothes?
I'm not going to look for clothes.
Wait, no. Yeah, you're going for your...
I
You're
I
going
make my
for
own
your-
clothes. I don't buy
yeah.
that shit.
You're going for your...
I'm going to get it like identified and like
Yeah.
get like the proper paperwork for it.
Okay. They would have people who can do that at the university. There's also guilds in town that run the service.
What's the cheapest option?
Let's see, the cheapest option is going to be a guild because they're doing it competitively at market rates and against other people in the service. The university isn't really selling cheapness, they're selling convenience, if that makes sense.
No, I know how colleges work when it comes to their stores.
Yeah, it's just like, this book is 300% markup here. And it's like, why? Because you don't have to leave campus to get it. Okay.
Well, it's like, listen, I can buy the same book from Barnes & Noble for like $20. Why is it $350 here?
Because it's convenient. But anyways.
I feel like convenience loses its appeal after a certain markup.
You are going to have the same encounter as Kenneth and Sergey as you start leaving down the road. There is a halfling there, and he is screaming at the top of his lungs. He is a older fellow with graying hair, as he is warning everybody, just yelling, "The end of days is coming! It's coming! Those who will bring it about."
Or...
No, it's the same one, but I mean, to Anderson, you know, it's a person he's never seen before. "They lurk among us, behind you, next to you, your friends. They'll turn them against you. Trust no woman. Trust no one. We've set ourselves up for failure." He continues to scream this at passing by people and stopping people and having small conversations with them before some people giving him coins and moving on and him moving to, you know, different groups. As Anderson is walking by, he stands in front of you and he's going to say, "Look, sir, your coins aren't going to do you any good on the bridge. Spare some for me."
No, I kind of need my coin to do something.
"I'm telling you." And as he gets into that sentence, you're going to see two guards walking from the city gate. They are risen members of Discipline. Two women wielding swords. And, well, not wielding, but they're, sheathed on their back. As they approach, they're going to hold up a hand to Anderson and say, "Ilderon, all right, come on. You've been harassing people all morning. You're under arrest for disturbing the peace?" Yeah, let's go with disturbing the peace. And
why do you sound so unsure of his crime? That's what I...
at that...
Well, is that in character, or is that, like, Brandon trying to think?
They are going to... Yeah, at that, they're going to say, well, when we get him to the academy, we'll have the proper work drawn up, but he's been harassing people all morning. As they grab him, he's going to make a contested check, at which they're definitely going to overpower him he rolls a 5, they roll a 22.
Guess this is his last day.
Yeah, he is going to say, "They're silencing me! They're silencing me! It's coming! It's coming!" They're going to nod to Anderson and say, "I apologize about this. Enjoy your day, citizen."
No, this makes total sense, but as a player, knowing what I know, I feel like this might actually be the cultists. But I can't really, in good conscience, like, confront them about that. I'm just gonna let it go. I don't care about some crazy old dude.
He is carted away. That said, you get to go into the rest of the city. You're looking for somebody who will appraise your artifact. That should not be too hard to find. I
No, I know I said the cheapest, but I still want like the cheapest, but still like not going to screw me.
Yeah, I was.
I know what it really is, so. But
I was actually thinking, and I feel like there'd be a guild that would definitely want to do this for you, and the ones that come to mind immediately are the Gilded Serpents, and definitely their contacts and network that they work with. They would be pretty easily identifiable walking down this area. I guess their main competitors would be the Ruby Alliance, which they would have a vault in the Vault of the Crimson Wind, where they'd have people who would appraise collateral and could issue such certificates and paperwork for artifacts. Those are going to be your two cheapest options. You know what?
That are still reliable.
If you want to roll me an investigation check, I can see if you find some hoo-ha who's willing to do it for you cheaper. It's a big city with a lot of people in it.
I don't need a hoo-ha. I want there to be some professionalism.
If you go to Grace Walk, then we can just kind of fast forward straight through this. It is the Vault of the Crimson Wind, and this is on the first floor, or it's on the lower tier of the city. Walking through the shadowed streets and shadowed walkways, you are going to find a large building built into the stone foundation with a good number of people moving in and out of it. This is one of the Ruby Vaults located across the continent, and it is a financial institution of Sky's Reach. Stepping inside, getting into the shuffling masses, letting somebody know what you are there for. Eventually, they get you scheduled with one of their appraisers, and you are brought into a small room where the appraiser and a Risen member enter into. The man, well, let's see, actually, let's roll this up at random because it would be a man or woman. I just clicked a random thing and I got the perfect NPC for this. Okay. Yeah, you're going to see a
Please don't let it be a gnome with a shit bucket. Don't let it be a gnome with a shit bucket.
No, it is not. It is a ASMR, but I'm trying to remember the name I gave them in this world. I think it's a Lil Sarai. But yeah, you'll see a Lil Sarai, almost a shining example, a glimmering example of a Lil Nagian citizenship. Walk in here. She has a large tome she puts on the table, along with several inkwells. The Risen member is going to take a spot in the back of the room. As this ASMR sets up her tome and inkwells, she begins casting several spells, and she's going to say,
Aliborn.
Oh, Ilderon. That's it. Ilderon. That's it. And she is going to gesture for the artifact.
I will present the artifact.
She'll look it over and say, and where did you acquire this item from?
I was a part of a job. It was part of a job, basically. A rich noble had gotten robbed, who was known for collecting. Do I remember the noble's name? I, as a player, don't remember.
She is going to. Oh wait, no.
Didn't you say he got a document stating where he got it?
Yeah, you did have a document.
Yeah.
I forgot. If you read that,
I'll just hand him the document.
She'll look it over and say, "Okay, And he claims it's a scepter from the Calgaran era. Well, you see, as she holds it up and inspects it, well, I can confirm this is a magical artifact of some significant power. The unfortunate thing with the Calgarans, the lost shattering, is lost. Most scholarly accounts place it well over 2,000 years ago, but artifacts dating from Calfir Calgaran's era, artifacts found in Calgaran tombs place it more closely to 1,200 years ago. Due to the shatterings, the knowledge of its exact occurrence is lost, but anything coming from Calfir Calgaran couldn't have existed within the last 2,900 years. And unfortunately, your artifact seems to... If you see the wear and the usage here, I wouldn't date the stone that makes up this rod longer than 1,400 years ago. I doubt that something like this could have been wielded by Calfir Calgaran. She chuckles. Unless the lost shattering in Calfir happened at multiple times in history. Unfortunately, she shakes her head. While you do have a powerful artifact, it's not authentic. I can write you a writ for ownership of it, and definitely with the properties and what it's capable of doing with the hexes and curses this thing can cast, it's still worth quite a surmountable sum.
Right. Right. No, I'll go ahead and do the paperwork for ownership.
She'll nod. And she will start drafting it up. And I will roll you a... Oh, you know what? I'll roll you a percentage check of how much she values it at. She is going to value this at 12,000 gold.
Cool. I don't plan to sell it, so, but...
All right.
I mean, mostly because knowing what I know, I'm fairly sure it's authentic, and he was split across multiple timelines.
With that,
Armed.
she is going to hand you the document. The Risen Member gestures for you to sign. At which point, you can sign, put your name on it. She gives you a second form to sign. It is a copy of the exact same one.
This is just like their copy?
Yeah, a third one. And then you are given... You can put a certificate of ownership. In parentheses, the certificate says, not an authentic Calgaran relic.
You know what? I'm actually fine with that. It's a good cover. I was like, no, look, it's totally not real. I have paperwork to prove it.
At some point, we're gonna meet.
I bought a
Calfir
very,
Calgaran sometime
very
when all the
convenient
souls get
looking
collected.
replica.
Wow, Anderson, I really love the work you put into your cosplay. That almost looks real. It's like, thanks.
Yeah, the stone's just 1,000 years too young.
She's like, it's 1,000 years too young. Thanks! Anyway. Well, it's because I'm fairly... Even if it's not Calgaran specifically, it's just I got a vision showing this specific thing, and it's fuck it. I can always ask for confirmation, and even if it's not the real thing, it's still powerful. Whatever.
After she is done appraising it, you do have to pay for the Risen Member's service. The Risen Member's service costs you 6 silver. The appraiser and your meeting here at the vault is going to cost you 17 gold.
Oh, that's it? I thought it was going to be more. Alright.
And with this certificate, if you give them this item, they will loan you 12,000 gold. You are informed of that. You have collateral.
So,
Congrats,
say that
you
one more
could get a
time.
loan
What?
for a house now.
You have collateral, so if you need money, this is a banking organization. If you say, like, I'm in a bind, I need money, and they're like, we can give you money, just give us something that assures us you're going to pay us back. You can give them this, and they will give you money.
Okay, you said
And then
17?
eventually you can buy this back from them when you give them back their money. Yes, 17 gold for the appraiser, and 6 silver for the risen member. That's the queen's tax, the silver.
Okay. Yeah, I pay that.
All right. You are free to head back to.
Actually, I do have like a question of like, if
Yeah.
you had like, since it's not what it, what they initially thought it was, where would you put this? Like, on your professional opinion.
Wait, you're asking
I
her
just
where
wanted
it's
to-
from?
I just like where she thinks it would be from.
She's going to say, well, the Calgarian family still exists to this day. Their name pops up in different eras of history and different children and members of it. And the lineage exactly of who is lost. That said, this could be some lesser relic of another Calgarian member, but not Calfear. Not Calfear himself. And she'll rub her chin, thinking for a moment, and she'll say, Judging from the region, at least if this documents to believe that it's claimed to have been in, and who's claiming what it was in the time period of the work. She shrugs and says, it could be a artifact from ancient Amirian. "200 years before the second shattering."
Okay. Alright, thanks.
She nods and says, there are scholars that dedicate themselves to the study of ancient Amirian, the ruins of which lie in the Shattered Lands to the north. If you ever want to compare it to some things pulled out of archaeological digs, those would be the next set of eyes, and you could get a closer approximation of its value.
I might do that. Alright, thanks.
She nods, and she's going to head out. Anderson.
Alright, I'm done.
Yeah, you can head back to the
Catch up
university.
with the group.
And I am going to move us to the afternoon by the time everybody meets up. Kenneth and Sergey, do you want to roleplay out the arrangements with the old woman, or do you just want me to give you that information? And here, let me make myself clear. We're about to end up for the night. If you want to roleplay out that situation with the old lady, we can handle it next session. If you don't want to roleplay it, I can just give you the arrangements, and you guys can have like the last 10 minutes of the session to all meet up and roleplay together on kind of the information gained and learned this session.
What do you think? I think I say. Honestly, we should probably just skip it.
Yeah.
I'd
Just
say
me
I'd
up.
rather roleplay with everyone else than like.
Yeah,
with
that's
some
what
old
I was
lady.
going to say.
Okay, you guys are going to make the arrangements with her. I am going to name her off the top of my head. Let's
I
go
will
with
write down.
Ladira. She's going to be Ladira, and she owns a sizable estate in Honor's Reach. Among her estate are many prized pieces of artwork that adorn the halls. She is very fearful as of late that people are going to either attack or destroy things within her estate. She declined a business offer with some associates and has not been in favorable circles since. Your guys' job, as you take the estate, she has a staff already armed for the day to staff already armed for the day and night to guard the estate. You guys are to sleep in the rooms with some of the most precious of her collection. In case anything was to happen to them, hopefully you are there to defend them as needed. The contract is she'll have a contract drawn up, and when you guys arrive at her estate tonight, she'll have you sign it.
All
right. With that, you guys make arrangements with Ladira, and I will give her a last name probably at the end of the session. Everybody is able to meet up. Lumilia and Talia go looking for temples for their ceremony, but Claw intercepts them with Asuandria and Stradora. And coming back to the university, Kenneth, Sergey, and Anderson meet up with all of them. I'm going to place you guys in the I forgot the word for the field on a campus. So courtyard.
Courtyard.
There we go. Courtyard
Drill
of
field.
the Windar Ward. Hanging off the major road that cuts through the university. The whole party is there, and you guys see a very calm and collected and put together princess. She can magically alter her appearance. She doesn't have to look crazy.
She disguised herself to look like she's a sane person.
You know, it's sad, Jackal, but you've had characters that have done the exact same thing.
I haven't had characters that have done the exact same thing.
You can't hide crazy.
You absolutely, when you have magic,
blind
you
bags.
absolutely can.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Hey, so we all just end up in there.
Yeah. I was saying you guys all meet up in the Windar
Okay,
Ward.
so
I'm
Yes,
assuming we did get all the proper paperwork for the contracts.
We're going to get that tonight.
Yeah,
Which is next semester.
All right, wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah, Sergey, getting those contracts stated, there is, you have what, an orange contract?
Yes.
There is and it's a little insulting, but there is a yellow contract that can be applied for and taken pretty easily. And it is pretty much an apprentice to a contractor. That lets you study
already
in,
done that.
whatever field it is. So you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, 7 of them for the party, and they are essentially your apprentice as orange contractors. So whatever work you take, you can just be like, Sergey and the 7 apprentices. It is also
I-
where one of the insults comes from yellow in the nose, meaning you're really fresh at something.
We've already had work with a blue contractor. I feel like we can all, at the very least, get like an orange.
Nah, this way we can all share one contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can get an orange. You can get yellows with like, hey, I, just hired on some, squires and baggage boys. And it's like, cool. Here you go.
I refuse to be his baggage boy.
I want you to know
I will pay for an orange contract.
if that's what he said, Kenneth would have side-eyed Sergey the entire time.
No.
No, you like cold clocked me.
You wouldn't have said that, but like that would be
The
that would be
implication.
essentially reasons why people get things like this.
But it's an easier contract to get. So with orange contract will require much more like paperwork, forms, approval.
Yeah.
Orange just lets us piggyback off Sergey's. I mean, yellow
Yeah,
just lets
so
us
let's
piggyback
do
off
that
Sergey's.
one. It's
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah. Otherwise, though, you guys.
I want to
want
take on my own work, though.
Well, I don't want to sign more paperwork, so do it
Yeah,
yourself.
seriously, trust me, this paperwork. Oh god, don't get me started on the paperwork. You thought the house was bad? Ugh.
Anyways,
I don't know. I just finished mine.
Also, going back to that house, we got one.
Oh, nice. Where is it?
It's actually an estate.
You
We
bought an
actually got-
estate?
We are in Honor's Reach. A kind old lady who, I don't want to say screwed over some people. She just didn't want to play their game.
She's a
Has some
little
valuable-
bit frivolous of other people, and rather, she has some items that she wants protected. And
She basically, her day crew will handle, day stuff, and at night, basically, we're rooming up with her priceless artworks to make sure if people get past her people, we're the final line.
Okay.
I can. That sounds way too simple to be good.
Oh
But-
yeah, no, I don't. I mean, who knows what it's gonna be? But hey, nice house.
yeah,
And I
I'm.
could beat up some people. Sure.
Decent house. Like, I mean, the only thing that we have to really do is like set up watches. That's
or just
not
sleep
the
in the same room when the
not
items.
the worst thing.
I mean, her people are handling their own watches, but we could probably do our own or cooperate with them. But we'll get to that when we actually get there.
Yeah.
We'll have to make sure also Andrea is disguised if she visits.
Well, no. Also, Andrea has her own
She
place
has a
at the
dorm.
I know,
university.
not
No,
a thing. I said if she visits.
Yeah.
Oh, visits. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's true.
We don't want the Princess of Arter Sarai just walking into some random eccentric lady's estate. Even
If
if,
they
no one's
believe
ever
that
looking
she's
either.
the princess, that is.
It doesn't matter if they know. People could come later and ask.
Eh.
Oh.
We ran into a crazy short guy.
Oh, you too?
Well, like,
Oh, you too?
Oh, you. Whatever happened to him?
He was he was begging me for money when two female guards came up and arrested him.
Oh.
Mm.
I had the same thought, but also at the same time, I didn't really have anything to go off of, so I just kind of let it happen.
Damn.
Yeah, he's gone, isn't he?
Probably.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Maybe
Well,
they really were
but-
just Risen members. The biggest issue I had was they didn't know what to file it under.
Oh, okay. So you also had that same thought. All right.
Yeah. We just
Uh,
made him the cult, and it was about poison wells.
I'd say, I don't know, I didn't have anything to really justify it, and honestly, I didn't really know him, so
what about the rest of
I
you?
just had it happen.
All I did was manage to, get the princesses gestures to both Stradora and Asu.
Stradora is going to say, I am a Sunyeth Ordeer. Thank you.
And Aussie looks pretty good. No
I'd
stress.
say-
You get mad at me when I call you a pseudo princess. Now you get mad at me when I call you a regular princess. Make up your mind, Stradora.
maybe just don't call her a princess.
Just call her by her name.
How about Queen in Training?
How about we just call her?
That's not how that
How about we
works.
use her name? Let's just call her Stadora, like a normal fucking person.
Shiroro will point at Anderson and
Why am I getting upset
say,
over this?
I like that. Also, Andrew is going to speak up and say, we agreed we need to find Eshes. We found him once on campus, but I think if we can follow him, he'll lead us to sight.
I've got locate creature.
What makes you
He's
think Sight's
probably
with
a
him?
creature.
Actually, I'm pretty.
She's gonna say, think about it. That's the only reason he'd be too busy to give me a trial of wit. I mean, right?
Or maybe he's
If-
just a lazy asshole.
Or, the cult uprising. Oh, right. My sendings. Reyna is going to send people after Corowin and hopefully Donaganya as well. She said to keep our location secret and to send for her if we need transport.
That
Also, my parents are coming. And maybe
Oh,
friend.
that's nice.
oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just,
No.
I look happy and I look at their. Oh, come on! What
Nope,
could be
the
so
minute
bad
you
about
can
it?
Like,
spin around
her-
and give Sergey a big smile.
Oh.
Like, you want to handle my brother?
Well,
No,
look at Claw.
Sergey, no. What I'm worried about is they're coming. Does your father know on how to use teleportation circle?
No, he's probably
Does he
just
need
gonna
to?
pay to come.
Like, they have mages for that.
Like, he's a sage. He'll be fine. But I'm gonna need to talk to also Andrea. I don't want them to know that we're still traveling with her, so I'll have her disguised for the ceremony.
Did you tell your father to, not tell anybody or hope that Freen? You said he's bringing Freen. Is Freen gonna
Oh,
tell
crap.
everybody? Yeah,
on.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Burning
why
another
I
cell
said,
slot.
I'm thinking
no.
about it. Like, free.
That's
Hold
why
on,
I said
burning
no.
another cell slot. Okay, there goes my last 3rd level slot for the day. I'm gonna send one more sending of don't reveal my location to anyone.
Yeah, that's the oh no, and I'm sorry. I realize I have to be a lot more blunt.
Yep.
Don't
thank you.
tell Freed.
Is that it? Just don't reveal my location.
Yeah,
Um,
just bring family.
he's going to say, well, let's see. So I'm gonna roll a percentage die.
Oh,
Do you
no,
want
he's
high
not
in your
supposed
favor or low in
Oh,
your favor?
God.
I'd say, like, it's the afternoon,
Well,
and you sent this to him
so-
in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to find transportation, and he lives in a little mountain village. So high is going to be in your favor. It's going to be how much he's already put into the situation.
Okay,
He's-
worst case scenario, I claim that I teleported here for the ceremony, and not that we're staying here.
All right. So 20. It's 20%. So your father's going to respond with, I contacted the nice Sun Yith members a town over to teleport me to my daughter's wedding in Sky's Reach. But your mom's happy.
Nice.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna relay
Hey.
that to the party and be like, that's probably vague enough and far enough away to be okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sky's Reach is a pretty large city.
Yeah, and I'll probably just claim that I came here for the ceremony and I'm living somewhere else.
Mhm.
Also,
I mean, I don't think we revealed that we're living here. I mean, again, we're
Yeah.
more renting the place. Just this kind of a long term, but still a temporary arrangement.
I don't think that would get back to Corowin.
I mean, when you think about it, Corwin does have a way of tracking the princess via demon magic, so
Yeah, but that's why it's scrying.
I'm willing to bet it's more of a matter of time, and it's when, not if.
Okay,
Again.
well, we just hope that's fine then.
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's just I might be even over paranoid of things. It might not, but
There's
doesn't
no such
hurt.
thing as over paranoid.
Also, Andrea's eyes are going to go wide, and she's going to say, I'll roll another percentage die on if she swear, or I'll roll her a charisma check. There we go. That's the easiest one. She's gonna say, shit! I need to go to the Windar, or to the office. The visitor logs of the university and the student records are public knowledge.
Oh,
We should have used your fake name.
I'm sorry.
We should have.
She's going to shake her head and hand and say, well, this was before we knew Corwin was back.
True.
Donna Ganya's looking for us. It's not your fault. Regardless, find that lovable demigod and inform him, or entail him. And I
Okay.
will be back. She's going to pick up her robes and start running.
She can probably handle that. Okay, so we need to try and find Non again.
Great.
If he's within 1,000 feet, how big is this university?
More than 1,000 feet.
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
know,
thing,
but
how
can I,
likely
go
are
to
you
the
able to
building?
track Are gods able to just say no to you tracking them?
Yes.
Hmm.
Ashes
Oh
did.
shoot, he's polymorphed, isn't he?
Yeah. Gods can deny, things like that. But you guys are not up the boat without a paddle. Ashes did mention somebody that he had close regards with.
I'm forgetting it at the moment, my god.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm so bad at
I
You know what?
don't remember.
I will say, if it's on the tip of your tongue, I'll give it to you for a DC 8 history check.
Rolls
I
a 1.
remember him mentioning it.
Lumilia, he told whoever he was talking to send his regards to Professor Teseller.
Thank you. I knew it was a professor. Alright, let's go find that professor and ask him. Professor Teseller?
Yes.
Alright.
All right. You can roll an investigation check, or you can go to the same office that Lumilia, so Andrea's at, and they would have that information.
I'll also roll investigation.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you guys just
Please
start
investigate.
asking students in the courtyard, it's like, it's a big university, man. I gotta get to class. Come on.
Wait, sorry. I
Just like
couldn't
in
hear.
between class spells, man. I don't have time to chat with some random fuck.
Sorry. Leah, what did you say?
Investigate, please. You're the best at it.
Don't
Well.
look at my score.
I looked at your score.
I'm not the best at investigating. You say
Oh
that.
wow, Kenneth is.
Yeah,
Why do you think I stick with him more times than not?
but I'm not too far behind.
As you guys spread out and come back together, you are going to find that Professor Teseller. She is a alchemy professor on currently teaching in the Yapple ward.
Yeah.
Like she's
Yes.
in teaching a class actively.
Presumably, well, like, you don't know if it's in session, but I mean,
Okay.
that's where, her classes are at. That
Alright,
said, we
like
can
it.
end there for the day. Or
Yeah.
for the
Alright.
session. Alright, we are gonna do experience. Ooh,
Let's do it too. I just remembered I never added the experience from last session.
what
Same here.
gosh, there's probably a lot of story stuff going on
Mhm.
tonight. I'm gonna give you guys experience on getting to the university. Hey, congratulations. I don't know if that was a quest or not.
I think that was our overall quest, so I say yes.
The story is progressing. I'm gonna read you a ominous note in my notes that has been here for quite some time. In 5 days, Corwin returns. There's a 20% growing chance each day that she is back, that Donaganya notices her and informs the party. Day 1 was a 93% roll on Donaganya's side. So you guys are at the forefront of this information. So God bless Donaganya for that roll.
No, I'm going to kill her.
It's just like, man, thanks for the information. We're still gonna kill you, but you know.
So I'm gonna give you guys information, or I'm gonna give you guys story experience that Corwin is back. Too. What else is important tonight? Oh, you guys have started the trial of wit, or have you? Or is there a test of wit? God, he's effing with us, isn't he?
So that's no, I know. So I
I'm
had
giving you
an
guys
idea.
story experience for that, by the way.
Hey,
you can go ahead, Ian.
considered we have a sword
No,
that kills
I have a
dogs.
general idea of what Ashes is planning on doing, but I don't know if if I'm giving you not enough credit or more credit than you actually put into this thing.
That's the thing. When I was trying to think of like a really fun test of wit, and I had a couple ideas, and I was like, wait a second, this is even better. Your trial of wit is to make a test of wit. It's just like, wait a second. But let's see, was there anything else major that happened tonight? There was some minor in the crack stuff. If you guys picked up on that, I'll give you guys another tick of story experience.
They're trying to
I'm
poison
still
the
not
water
sure if
again.
those guards were legitimately
So-
guards or if they were cultists. I don't know.
I finally talked to my family.
I will state
Oh,
the,
I'm gonna give you minor story experience for the Lumilia's personal story.
Yeah.
Going forward.
I will state that we might have, based off of, I was very loosely paying attention to this, we might have had a little bit of hint that there are some, possibly, if the crazed words are to be anything to go off of, there are people who are currently recruiting here at the campus for possibly some dangerous cult involvement.
Or the cult.
Hey, you want to come to our student activities meeting? Sure. What are you talking about? The end of the world. It's like, actually my intramurals are all full. I don't have time. I'm gonna go to a different club. It's like, okay, have a good day. Yes, I'll give you experience for that. They are among you. They are everywhere, and they are nowhere. Look out!
Everywhere and nowhere. I was looking at like our XP totals. It's like, is there
I'm
a
gonna
chance
give
we get
you-
level 9? No.
I'm gonna give you guys, let's see, 375. I'm gonna give you guys 3,375 experience for tonight.
Woo!
3,000. Writing that down in 2,000.
375 experience for tonight. And I don't think I'm gonna give out inspiration anymore. There are a lot of roleplay moments I really like, but we covered so much I kind of skimmed past a lot of the roleplay. So that one's just kind of on me. But
How much was it? 3,000?
3,375.
Cool.
And we will meet. Our next session is going to be on the 13th of February. That is the day before Valentine's Day. I'm assuming everybody can make it. Like, not dogging on anybody. It's like not a holiday. But if we need to reschedule, just let me know. All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. That is where we are going to end for the evening. Oh, and I gotta
Night.
this.